right, y'all. So when I'm like truly on top of my shit, like my mental health, like my life is together, I change my sheets every week.
That's a lot.
That's a
Yeah.
lot.
I don't know. I just like for me, a week is minimum. Like that's the soonest I'll change them. But like more realistically, I'll change like every week and a half, 2 weeks. The pillowcase is for sure. Try to change once a week because you don't want to sleep on things. It'll fuck up your skin. Not great for your hair. But like, especially if you're like having sex in the sheets, like change that shit.
Oh no, dude, stank season. You gotta break the sheets in,
You gotta
man.
get that musk and those pheromones, man.
That's how you know. You come over. Why do your sheets not smell like me? Who else has been here?
Who's been in this bed?
Just like if there's an obvious stain, you clean, and then it's it's like once or twice a quarter. You just change.
No!
sheets.
I just gotta do a little bit more than once
Yeah.
or twice a quarter.
Yeah, well,
No.
when you know, you know. When it's time to change the sheets, sometimes I'll make them go. I need to change these. I need to wash these. And I usually
How many
wash.
sheets?
Well,
Okay, so
I got the one sheet. Then I actually have two other sheets and then my comforter. I got a light sheet and a heavy sheet. I got. Also, sometimes I didn't use my sheets at all. I slept with pretty much with empty bed.
Mm-hmm.
It's too hot.
You have to sleep with sheets on the bed.
I mean, I don't on covering the mattress, yeah. But then,
Okay. No, that's
but like
normal.
other than that, I would just sleep without the sheets.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Like your blankets.
Yeah, no blankets, no sheets covering me.
Yeah,
'cause
no, that makes sense. I'm
it's-
talking when I say change the sheets every week and a half. I mean the sheets that directly cover the mattress.
Yeah, no, you always
Oh, yeah,
cover
I
the
have
mattress, yeah.
I always cover the mattress. Obviously, I'm not
duh.
poor.
Not savages.
Yeah, but I have two sheets. I wash. I know when I know. I know when I know. I know when it's.
So
I know when I know.
I have several like sets of sheets.
I'm not surprised at that
Like,
at all. I have two.
I have two plain black sheets.
You
I have
would
a
have
plain
black
gray
sheets.
sheet. I have black sheets with flowers on them. I have white sheets with pink flowers and skulls. I have black and white striped sheets. I have Jack Skellington
That's a lot of
sheets.
black.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that either.
Black. I have had a pretty much all black bed since the 8th grade. Like in middle school, my bedroom I had a Jack Skellington comforter. I still have the throw blanket from that bed with black sheets, black curtains. I have pretty much all black furniture in here.
Nice.
Like I just like black. Like my desk is the only thing. My desk in my office chair, like my office chair is like yellow, and then my desk is gray. It's like a gray wood with like black. Like the frame and like the metal and shit is black. Because I need because right now my office is in my bedroom and it's really hard to work from home in the same place you sleep.
That's why you gotta change rooms.
Separation.
Oh, you only have a room. My fault. My bad.
Well,
sorry.
Yeah, like there's no like real space in the rest of my living room is like not big. It's not a living room. It's like a bonus room basically. Like if it's a futon, if it's a little coffee table, if it's like a bookshelf, and my roommate's cat's litter box sometimes. Like it's good for when guests sleep over, but more realistically, it's like a piece of shit storage.
What's going on? Alexis Desmo from Down for the Count is here. Hey, Alexis. Nice.
Word.
We had Alexis on a while ago.
Oh, of course.
Because you just did. You just admitted.
Yep, totally forgot. I must not have been there that
I
week.
think that's probably why. I remembered. You and Kay were not there, so I was like, screw it. I'm just going to bring in my own people that I want. And Alexis was one of them.
True.
I think it was like Alexis and Kafer, maybe? I don't remember.
I hope you played the first guest
Both
game.
of them? I don't remember if I did. I have to go look back at it.
Well, if you didn't, we got to bring them back.
I remember doing episodes with Kafer.
We did 2 with Kafer. Alexis, you're doing homework. What homework are you doing?
You should rub off on Taquan. he never does homework.
Taquan,
he goes to haunted houses, listens to us in the background. That's the real horror.
The real horror. It's probably
The horror is Kings of
Did you listen to our
podcast.
show last week, Kay? Or watch it?
No.
We had Jonathan
No.
on, who's apparently never Hotchkiss. It was very Long Island
Very
very
Long
last
Island.
week. He's from Freeport, and
He's very much from
Yeah.
Freeport. He fits the demo. He fits the demo to a T.
and Taquan just for some reason just went to town on Jonathan for no reason.
Yeah, Taquan was like, I can only be the minority in this group who isn't ready.
It's very true. Oh, you went back to school. What are you going to school for, Alexis? Let us know.
I hope it's not journalism.
I
'Cause you don't.
go for journalism.
That's what I went to school for, and I was like, wow, I shouldn't have done that.
The trajectory my career has taken and my educational goals.
Oh, they did play the first guest game. Congratulations.
Yay!
Amazing. I'm very happy.
I gotta redo that
Like, I
stinger.
was originally a theater major. Then I wanted to go back for journalism. Then
Of
I went
course
to
you were a theater
cosmetology.
major.
You got damn right I was a theater major. Theater major. Then I wanted to go for journalism but never did. Then I went to cosmetology school.
Cyber defense? Hell
Oh.
yeah. Now that's a
Oh,
degree.
you're gonna make bank.
You're gonna make bank fighting China in cyberspace.
Wow, good for you.
You're gonna do that, and you're gonna hack
You're do-
Russia.
you're doing
God
the-
damn,
You are
American
doing
hero.
the Lord's work.
Yeah, dude. If they remade GI Joe, he'd just be in cybercrime. Real American hero.
Do you see this man right now? Just like hugging my back.
She goes, "Why do you think I went back?" Nice.
I don't blame you.
God
While you're
bless
in, while
you.
you're in there,
That
can
homework
you?
must be
While you're in there
terrible,
doing
though.
cyber defense, can you? I don't know, fucking free Brittany Griner because it's rough right now. Did you hear what happened, Will?
What happened now? I know that her appeal was denied.
Russia, without telling anybody, transferred her to a penal colony.
No,
Yeah.
dude. They sent her to a camp.
What the
Bro,
fuck?
I mean, at least it's not the gulag, but it's like the second worst.
Yeah, even her Russian lawyers didn't know that they did that.
How
That's-
legal is that?
I mean, it's Russia.
do
They can
whatever
do
they
whatever they
want.
want.
I guess.
I mean, what define legal?
Yeah.
I mean, because we can't. We can't define their legal. They can do whatever they
Yeah.
want.
If any of our listeners happens to have an insight on Russian law, could you tell me if
What-
this is legal?
Well, okay.
Maybe
well,
someone went to school for this, or their
The
special interest is
the
Russian
best
law.
I
You
can
never
do is
know.
one of the smartest people I know is actually an immigrant from Russia. I went to high school with him. Name is George. Great, like literally a super genius. I call him my human calculator. I call him if I have really
I also went to high school with a
like he would do
super genius from Russia.
derivatives in his head. Yeah.
Jesus. Yo, someone hit up Lex Friedman. I'm sure he'll know.
Oh.
He's right. I'm pretty sure he's Russian.
But I
He's
know
a
he
fucking
did live
genius.
there for a considerable amount of time before him and his mother at least immigrated to the U.S. I could potentially ask him, like it's a shot in the dark, but
Yeah, he is Russian.
I could give it a shot.
Well, he's probably like, listen, Russian law, it's like the pirate code. It's more like guidelines than actual rules.
Like the speed limit.
It's just words on a piece of paper. Their rules are whatever Putin and his oligarchs
Yeah.
say
Oh,
it is.
by the way, Mr. Fretz, I definitely know what Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad is. One of my favorite shows growing up as a child. Awesome theme song too, by the way, because I think one of the speaking of what, one of the taglines was "Let's kick some gigabutts." That's how nerdy it was in the '90s. Which is ironic because Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad was just like the English version of an already popular Japanese show. No,
Thundercats?
not Thundercats. Not Thundercats. That's completely American.
Shucks.
You know what I started rewatching?
What's up?
So Disney Plus, you know what I started rewatching? Disney Plus added Bear in the motherfucking Big Blue House.
Wow.
That they
Look at
did.
that.
Can I just tell you it holds up?
Really?
It holds up. The goodbye song still slaps. All of it, great. That little mouse Tutter is me. I am an erotic rat.
Yeah, I started getting back into Clone Wars very slowly,
Did you
Ricky.
watch?
I just finished season 3.
Okay, it's gonna get real fun.
Yep. So it's like, I mean, season 3 really went fucking balls to the wall. So the season 3 ends with Ahsoka getting kidnapped to hunt Padawans for sport.
Yeah, it's gonna get real fun.
Hell yeah, dude! I'm pretty pumped.
You haven't met the
Can I
Bad
help
Batch
you?
yet, have you? They do show up
No.
in Clone Wars.
Franklin? Could you
But
take
also,
your-
I've been really like heavy into gaming this past week or so as well. So like, the new Call of Duty's
Oh
out.
yeah, Modern Warfare.
They're still making Call of
They're-
Duties?
Modern Warfare. They remade Modern Warfare 2 for
It's
$70.
fucking amazing. I have it.
My friends hate it. They say it's awful.
Great.
I in general hate
Well,
Call of
the
Duty.
campaign I've heard is
The ca-
outstanding, and the online is
The
frustrating.
campaign was amazing. So you know how great I have it for Xbox because I was gonna get it for PlayStation, but I decided to just go Xbox. So they start off the campaign in like a cinematic mode where you're like literally like you're walking through some sort of cave or cabin or something. It's beautiful looking. And then it stops cinematic mode, and usually when you get out of cinematic mode, you see the screen change. It doesn't change.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah. I've heard that the
Jesus
graphics
Christ.
are just out of this fucking
Your first
world.
mission is essentially you're remote piloting a missile through a
As Americans do.
through a canyon to like fuck somebody up.
So I realized that I don't want to play the new Call of Duty. I just want to play a really good like World War II war game.
Play
So
well, there's Cold War is a good one, but that's not World War II.
Well, no, I have my PS2 emulator, so I played Call of Duty Finest Hour, the first one,
Nice.
the very first. Cause I've never beaten it.
Oh, okay.
I
So-
remember buying it for my brother. Wow.
Yeah, it came out in 2003.
Jesus.
So I finally beat that. I then went on to Medal of Honor Frontline. I've just been playing PS2. Yeah, dude, I have a PS2 emulator, so I can play any PS2 game that's out there. I can play. My friend gave me Gran Turismo 4 the other day.
Speaking of video games, I did hear or I read a tweet through the grapevine that Ubisoft started showing up on Steam again. Like
Really?
like Assassin's
Like-
Creed showed up on Steam.
Let me check for you. Because Ubisoft Connect is fucking ass.
So I've heard.
Oh,
I
really?
hate launching games through Ubisoft Connect. It's just like, dude, just go through Steam. Like, why does Epic Games have to exist? Steam is literal perfection.
Yeah, I think that's what I read that they showed up again.
Like Epic Games, you gotta be careful. If you have a PC out there and you have Epic Games, and you have 2 hard drives, do not save Epic Games to anything but your regular hard drive, like your C drive.
Oh, look who's
Like,
showed
I have-
up. Fucking Taquan. Hey, Taquan.
Taquan, babe.
Alright, Taquan.
All right, let me check Assassin's Creed.
I don't know which one.
I mean, I bought. They got Odyssey, Origins, Unity, Black Flag. Yeah, all of them are here.
Yeah.
I played the first one. I bought the first one like
Like
2
the
years ago.
original Assassin's Creed. That is a wild story at the end.
Yeah, I replayed. Let's see, I beat it. When did I play it? Let me check. I beat it on February 20th, 2021. So I bought it for like Christmas 2020. I bought it in a winter Steam sale, and I played it in
It's a
2021.
great I love how the further you go in Assassin's Creed, the more about the campaign doesn't get like the actual story of a game doesn't fucking matter anymore.
That's kind of a shame though, because I really like the stuff out of the enemies. I was a big Desmond
I was a
guy.
huge
I was a big
Desmond
fan of
fan, too.
Desmond. But after that, I was kind of like, well,
yeah, and
shucks.
what a horrible life Desmond had. Like you learn that your entire life's a lie and that you're part of a family of assassins, but like you might be the bad guy, but maybe you're not, and you just don't know.
Yeah. And then this year, I played Syndicate and Origins. I got them both. I got them both for like free. I also got Odyssey for like
Prince of
$1.
Persia died so
Daddy's
Assassin's
daughter.
Creed could walk.
Weirdly.
Yeah, that's facts though. That's straight facts. And they're both made by Ubisoft.
Ubisoft's a great video game making company. Their culture, their internal
dare you.
culture kind of sucks, but
Yeah, I mean, they're such a shitty company, but their games can be a lot of fun.
yeah, I was like, yeah, they're in.
And then they make Far Cry. Yeah, I don't think the Ubisoft games left Steam like ever.
Alexis says, I don't care about the modern timeline. Let me just be a cool assassin. Okay, okay, cyber defense.
Yo, they finally announced Japan.
What do you mean?
They announced Assassin's Creed Japan.
They had one. It was like a mini one.
No, that was China. No, like an actual full blown like game.
What?
Yeah, so like the next one is taking place in like what?
So they're gonna be like
in,
Shanghai or some shit like that.
Yeah, so it's like they have the one coming out next year. It's the one after that is going in Japan. They announced it like Ubisoft like their conference.
Okay, so what's the one that's coming out?
I forgot to tell you. The one next year, it's just like I forget the name of it, but it's like Legends or something. I think it takes place in the Middle East.
Okay.
Is it nice?
New Assassin's Creed. Infinity. No, Assassin's Creed.
What are you gonna have like all the characters? That's what I really want. I want all the characters in one game and just have them interact with each other.
I remember working at midnight release of Assassin's Creed Syndicate that they literally sprung it on us like hours before, being like, "You need to do this," and not a single person showed up. Not one.
Huh. Yeah, no, I'll check it out. Also, God of War Ragnarok is on my queue as well. I gotta get that.
I need to get Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Oh, I can get it on my Game Pass for free. I'll tell you how it is when you can just come through. I heard people are obsessed with that.
Dylan has it, and a few of my friends have it, and they love it. I just haven't
Isn't it just
bought
Animal Crossing with Disney?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, Ricky. The next one's Assassin's Creed Mirage, which takes place in Baghdad.
Assassin's Creed Mirage. How fitting of a name.
Oh man.
Takes
Story of Basim in Sahak. I definitely said that wrong. I apologize.
Probably. Alexis, are you a gamer? If so, drop your gamer tag and I will add you on either PlayStation or Xbox, whichever one you play.
Yeah, Mirage comes in 2023. And then Assassin's Creed Codename Red, which I don't think has a name yet, takes place in feudal Japan.
Feudal Japan. Oh, that's gonna be fucking wild.
Yeah, fucking finally.
We have a party going on. Alexis is here. Taquan showed up. Fretz is here. Charles is here.
Hi, Charles.
What up, Charles? Jesus Christ, Jazz, another fucking podcast. Get 2 more fucking podcasts I need to edit.
Real long. So I need to go back on my Assassin's Creed binge. There's some games. Okay.
Yeah, dude. Like once I get my new graphics card, I'm playing the fuck out of Odyssey.
The fuck is it, Charles? Charles is the homie, boy. He's some OG and UPS man galore. Greetings and salutations, friends, and Will.
Hey, I thought we were asshole. I was one I've always meant asshole. You know what? Fuck you, Charles. I'm supposed to shout you out more than Ricky.
But I have to remind you. I have to remind you about Charles for you to shout him out. That's so true. When's the last time you've independently said, "Oh, hey, what's going on with Charles"?
Not often.
Pokemon Scarlet. When is Pokemon going to run out of colors?
Yo, Charles is mad that I stole his last name.
Rainbow is infinite.
Charles said, "You're my foster brother, Will." It's different.
Does that mean I'm invited to the cookout?
All that, but it's up for Charles to decide.
I'd be a 2-time cookout recipient. 2-time cookout recipient.
That'll be your fact next week. 2-time cookout recipient.
2-time cookout recipient. I mean, I was invited to the cookout twice, but I can only go to one.
We're on the same day.
Taquan, the fuck is it, Charles? Oh, Taquan, be careful, dude. Another POC in this chat. Punches will be thrown virtually.
Right. Yeah, just DM me your PS4 username or what have you.
You know what? He'll make me a plate. I'll take it. I can't come to the cookout, but he'll make me a plate.
Honestly,
fair.
That's literally the only reason people go to cookouts for, is to one, eat at the cookout, but then to take a plate from said cookout and go about your fucking day.
And go home from the cookout and eat again.
Exactly. And if it's a family-based cookout, you can take as much as you want.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I didn't go to a family-based cookout. It was a friends-based cookout, but it was still excellent.
Wait, hold on. Alexa says Assassin's Creed has a game being based during the Salem witch trials. What?
I haven't heard that, but that would be really cool.
Fantastic.
Okay, I've never played Assassin's Creed in my life, but I would play that.
Assassin's Creed is a great game. It's because Assassin's Creed is a great game, and you learn so much without actually knowing that you're learning. Because you're like, oh, I think I'm killing people, but here I am, climbing the Great Pyramids of Giza.
Like it's equally.
Actually,
secretly educational.
Actually, Taquan, I have a Charles story for you. So it was WrestleMania in New York.
It's your only Charles story.
We were talking with my friend Furtis about who's the best of all time. Is it The Rock or Stone Cold? And Charles just makes this great argument for Stone Cold, and he just goes, looking dead in the eye, and goes, "I'm making this argument while wearing a Rock shirt." I was just like, yeah, man's got a point. Man's
so Alexa says there's an Assassin's Creed game in development that's codename Hex.
Codename Hex.
Wow, they are really not that sneaky with their code names, are they?
Yeah, Codename Red is in Japan, I guess, for the Rising Sun. And then Hex for, witches.
For the spell Hex,
Lumos. Yeah. We're the Hex girls, and we're gonna put a spell on you. We're gonna put a spell on you.
Oh my god, all right, so you ready to get this thing going? We got some fun stuff to talk about this week.
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah.
How's my upload coming? Oh, yeah, it finished. Now I just gotta wait 36 minutes to upload.
Let's go, it's on you. Just tell me when we're gonna transition over.
Move up.
All right, I'm rolling.
Let's
I'm
do
rolling.
This.
I'm ready.
Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Midnight music.
Coming up this week on Kings of the Rings podcast, there's been a ton of action overseas in professional wrestling. Not only do we review Crown Jewel, but we also discuss a major New Japan crossover. Plus, Austin Theory has a historical cash-in, #historical. The 24/7 title has officially been trashed, and the OC solves their Rhea problem. Trust me, folks, you're going to want to stick in, especially because we are more entertaining than any political jargon that you'll hear on social media or in the news, because it's Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 315, The Crash-In, exclusively on Wrestle Addict Radio, and it starts right now.
Now, do I think Ben Shapiro did win the internet when he said a red wave turned to the red wedding?
Ooh,
that was pretty
gross.
great.
Oh, I really hope we sign Aaron Judge. I really, really do.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I do. Talk about a red wedding. That'd be terrible.
I am panicking, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 315, The Crash, and I'm your host, King Ricky Rose. The band is finally back together. I don't know for how long, but we'll see how long K's internet holds up. We've got a lot to talk about this week. Crown Jewel was a fun show. And Raw was essentially highly controversial, especially that ending. But before we get into all of that, let's check in with everybody. Well, Tereshak, how are you, sir?
I'm good, man. Hanging in there, surviving day at a time. Shout out to Charles, by the way, in the chat room. Yeah, T.S. and Thomas. All right, I took a dump of our old... Yeah, I did. I did take a fat dump of our old audio files, 200 gigabytes, down the fucking drain. What a time to be alive. K. Murphy. How are you, my friend?
I have been better. I have just been riding through the Mentee beat, but it's okay. We will persevere, and we will get really high and talk about wrestling.
I do need a re-up of weed. Actually, Kim, if I should ask you this question. So I was looking at my bag of edibles the other day. I was like curious for an expiration date, and I found one. Do edibles actually expire?
Okay. What's the expiration date?
November 7th. I bought them in May.
Wait, what?
I bought them in May, and they expired on November 7th. Is that like...
You're breaking up. What was it?
You're breaking up. Your internet's
November
breaking.
7th? I think you're fine. It's
No, but like,
9th.
do edibles actually expire? Like, is that an actual thing?
Great. What? I have never had to check the expiration date of my edibles because I've eaten them before they could expire.
Yeah, I have like half a bag left. So we'll see.
I feel like it's like, it might be like a best buy date. Like, you could probably still take them. They just won't be as potent over time.
That's what I figured.
I think this week is definitely, it'll still be safe. But they're just going to get weak over time. So if you let them sit too long, they'll probably just be weak ass edibles. So just.
So you're saying I should eat 2?
One a night.
Eat 2. I don't know, man. One still gets me pretty zooted. I really enjoyed Crown Jewel. It's like I was watching the almost Braun Strowman match, and I'm like, what does this match need? It needs an edible. So I went and ate one, and it was the rest of the show was fantastic.
We're gonna talk about that Braun Strowman match and a whole bunch of other stuff, and how Braun Strowman got owned by Mustafa.
Was my chores match.
So we'll talk about that. But before we get into all of that, we do have some news from.
Well, I think you should take the second edible because Frank can't.
Yeah, should not be eating an edible, but that's.
Well, I mean.
Well, I know.
I mean,
he should. That's why Will should have one for Frank.
That's gonna be a great excuse.
I think if Frank ate an edible, he would start talking.
Like, I don't know if bearded dragons can get contact high.
But we should find out, not this week, but next week for episode 316. When we do.
Hell yeah!
Oh, he's like sleeping.
So, Kay, bring all of your bad stuff for episode 316, or all of your good stuff, whichever one.
Can I get a hell yeah?
Can I get a hell yeah?
Are we doing a Stone Cold episode?
Essentially. I don't know how it's going to look.
Yeah.
It's gotta be Stone Cold mixed. Oh, I just had an idea. We can bring back Claire the beer aficionado. Because it's 316.
We could do that.
And we.
That's true. She is the beer aficionado.
It's 316, and we get to preview Full Gear next week.
Ew.
My grocery store sells Stone Cold Steve Austin, which, like, obviously doesn't help me, but, like, it's right around the corner.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to get some Broken Skull, some beer for next week, too, as well, so we'll definitely talk about it. But
I will get the Guinness, like, the non-alcoholic Guinness.
So, ironically enough, Full Gear is next week, and then I guess the day after Full Gear, or midnight after that show, New Japan is doing what they're calling essentially their historic crossover, because the show is called a historic crossover. New Japan is partnering with Will's favorite female organization, Stardom, to put on their first ever crossover event.
That was pretty good. I see what you did there.
To put over their first ever crossover event. So New Japan and Stardom are going to be doing their first crossover event, because Stardom is all women. New Japan historically has been pretty much an all-male promotion for...
It's been the He-Man Woman Haters Club of wrestling.
Yes, pretty much. Except if you count the Bullet Babes, but they were just there for show a lot of the time. The main event of this crossover event...
Only 4,000 yen? Sign me up.
Yeah. The main event of this crossover spectacular, whatever you want to call it, is going to be the first ever, the inaugural match for the IWGP Women's Championship. So New Japan has finally is going to allow women to wrestle. They have their own women's championship belt, and guess what, folks? It looks just like this. This is the first ever IWGP Women's Championship. It's going to be in a singles competition against 2 performers vying for the title. That will be obviously from Stardom. One of them is, I believe her name is Mayu Awatami. She was ranked 27th in the PWI Women's 150, which is very interesting. The other person who's going to have a chance to be the first ever IWGP Women's Champion is someone we all know and love, the Sky Pirate herself, making her return to wrestling, Kairi Sane.
Oh, hell yeah. That's really cool.
Kairi Sane is returned. She is showing up. She is going to vie for this time.
Damn, that built small.
Yeah, it is.
That's hilarious. I was gonna say AEW take notes, but
No, still
maybe
it still looks better
take
than the
notes.
first AEW Women's title.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
It still looks better. So, K Murphy, I know you were really, really heavy on New Japan for a very, very long time, and I also want to go to you because I don't know how long your internet's going to last. But what are your thoughts on on NJPW doing crossover with Stardom and this Women's World title and all of that?
So I'm excited for it. I don't know who the first wrestler is. So I'm excited to see a wrestler I've never seen wrestle before, and I'm really excited for Kairi Sane. But it's been definitely overdue that they have a women's title. And I think this is good. But wait, what time is it? It's after Full Gear on Saturday?
Be midnight in the States.
Wild. Okay.
Yeah, so like you can watch, essentially you'll be able to watch Full Gear, and then as long as Full Gear doesn't go for fucking hours, you'll be able to like switch over and see this crossover event, Stardom and NJPW, which is a big deal, I think, for Stardom, especially because like Will and I discussed last week with our guest Jonathan, Stardom was one of the promotions that dominated the women's 150, and the number one women's wrestler in the world was not Bianca Belair. It was this woman from Stardom, which none of us really had an idea of who they are, and and what their skill set is, so on and so forth. So for them to be partnering with NJPW so quickly after this has come out, I think is a big deal. Will, would you agree?
Yeah, do you think Japan's embarrassed that Saudi Arabia had female wrestling before them?
That's a great question, actually. That's a great...
Like, do you think Japan's just like, damn it?
They're like, that's what we're missing.
We got out progress by the people who are faking progress.
Oh man,
can't believe it. Or you think like finally that He-Man woman hater Inoki kicked the bucket and finally get some poontang in here. Either way, congratulations. I bet it's gonna be amazing. Go Kairi Sane.
Yeah, I'm interested in this, especially because with all the talk about how Stardom was dominating the PWI 150. You had the number 27th ranked woman go up against Kairi Sane, who's obviously unranked because she has been wrestling for a considerable amount of time ever since her release. Like, where is the number one wrestler in the world, and how come she is not going for this title?
Because she shouldn't be number one, Ricky.
I don't know.
Wait, who's number one?
I forgot what her name is.
My internet cut out wild. You were saying who was number one? So
yeah, see? You forgot what her name was. Another reason why she shouldn't have been number one.
It's like Sarudo.
Yeah, does it? Maybe. Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you if you're right or wrong. I have no idea.
It's a mess. If not, just look up our last show. But I'm interested to have her, because like out of all the people on that 150, we have Mayu Iwatani, I believe her name is, and don't quote me on that. She's number 27, but you had 5 women from Starter in the PWI top 20 for this, and none of them are going for this title, so it's very interesting booking. Kairi Sane is the big splash here, obviously, and congrats to her. I hope she wins, as I think overall it's probably better because she is known not only in Japan, but now she's known in America and in the States too. So her winning, I think, would be a great pull, and it also means that more than like, it is Saya. Thank you, Alexis.
Let our audience knows more about wrestling than we do. It's a quant usually they're correcting us.
I don't think
now we got
Alexis is probably
this cyber defense force over there.
Alexis is hacking our stream right now.
Hey, if you're gonna hack it, get us more viewers. Alexis, hack the algorithm. Please, for us.
For God's sakes, hack the algorithm.
You're praying to the algorithm gods and you to bring it to salvation.
But this does mean, too, that more than likely the IWGP Women's Champion will be defending at Wrestle Kingdom, which is also a big deal as well.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
That's really cool.
Which night? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Night 7. Wrestle Kingdom's a full week of them.
It's gonna be defended at night 14 of Access with an S.
So we'll see what happens. It's a really, really big deal for them. And congratulations to NJPW. I don't know if I will tune in because there's a lot going on that night in wrestling. But maybe I'll find an illegal stream, or maybe I'll just talk to Alexa and be like, find me a good stream. Or maybe Alexis has like just a fake burner account with New Japan. Get me on a list before I graduate. We're already all on a list, Alexis. Don't worry about it. If you're not on the list, you're not cool.
Yeah, right? Please. You're going to get access to the list and be like, oh, wow, we really are on it.
Oh, man. But
What's up, CIA? Hope you're enjoying the show. One of the 3 watching on YouTube. I know you're one of them.
Actually, which is good. We're taking good numbers.
That's right.
Yeah,
we're on 2 channels.
We're on 2 channels. We're on 2 channels on YouTube, 1 channel on Twitter, Facebook page, and Twitch. So thank you to all of the people watching or watch. We have more people who watch our when it's not live.
The rerun?
Yeah, I guess the rerun.
Yeah, dude, we make double digits. Can you believe it?
It's fucking nuts, dude. We're on our way to getting paid, baby. God love the algorithm. Anywho, also overseas this past week was Crown Jewel, the biggest event that they've seen since the last Crown Jewel. And
yeah, facts.
And to be honest with you, it was a good show. It was a very good show, and the most impressive thing about it was the fact that Jake Paul didn't die until after the event, and Logan Paul almost died during the event. But all right, let's say it. Logan Paul's really good at wrestling.
Dude, that springboard off the top rope with the phone, I was just like, yo, that was a great spot.
Have you seen?
He's like, you're gonna go viral, bitch.
Have you
seen
the camera footage?
So I need to.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It looks like it hurts. I was like, damn, Roman looks small as fuck.
I fell asleep and didn't see Roman and Logan Paul yet.
What?
Bruh.
Wait, what?
I knocked out hard. I watched Crown Jewel today, and I knocked out hard during the last woman standing match, and I woke up and it was over, and I'm like,
the last
fuck.
woman standing match. We'll talk about that. That was a fun one too.
I was excited for that match.
Yeah, it was clever. I was like, how did it end?
That was actually
clever.
A photo from the last woman standing match is the cover of our show this week, which is fucking hysterical. I don't know if you've seen the photo, Will, but I'll send it to you later.
I haven't. I'll see you up on the show though.
It's really, really good. But let's just say it. Logan Paul's really good at wrestling.
Yeah, dude, we all knew this.
He can't speak worth a damn, but he's really good.
I bet his brother cuts a mean promo because his brother, like, Logan Paul has, he's gotten a lot of shit over the years, well deserved, in my opinion. But he's really, I think, trying to clean up his image and be more of a good person. Whereas Jake Paul don't give a flying fuck. Yo, he'll just say whatever he wants at the hot microphone. He needs to be his heavy, for lack of a better word, and his mouthpiece. I just don't think Logan plays a good character because he's trying too hard to be himself.
I think they might have low-key signed Jake Paul as well.
I mean, he got paid for that appearance.
Yeah, he showed up, and like they separated him and Solo, which usually in wrestling lore makes you believe that they're gonna fight somewhere down the road.
Yeah, I was just like, bro, tag team with them and the Usos. The Paul brothers versus the Usos. I think the Paul brothers kick the belts off them. That'd be fantastic.
Unfreaking believable. But I also loved how green Jake Paul was. As I was watching online with Charles.
Oh, it's green as green.
And I saw him do a punch. I was like, that's a shitty punch. Like, oh, because you're a real boxer, you don't know how to do a working punch yet.
Yeah, it's a real punch. He just didn't hit him with.
He doesn't know how to fake the punch yet because he's a real boxer.
No, Mickey. There's a difference between punches and strikes.
Okay.
He can punch. He can't strike.
Fair.
Wrestling punches are strikes.
Fair. But no.
Like, whoa!
Logan Paul, pretty impressive. I think that's the last we're seeing Logan Paul for a while because guess who tore their meniscus, their MCL, and their ACL somewhere, like he said, probably halfway through the match, and that was Logan Paul himself. So he is going to be gone for a while. Thank God he signed a long-term contract with WWE, so he's going to get some of his expenses paid. But to be honest with you, he went through that match, and I thought he was fine.
Dude, and the crowd ate it up. The crowd loved it. Again, phenomenal crowd, top to bottom. Like, The matches on the card, the wrestling was pretty average, but the crowd made a 3-star match into a 4-star match because they were into absolutely everything. They're like, oh my god, look at Braun Strowman, almost, these people are nourished. It's crazy.
Too nourished, attacks me.
Yeah, a little too nourished. There's people like they're humongous. I thought they're gonna kiss for a second. They hugged. I was texting. I told you they're gonna kiss. Like he was like looking into his chest. I'm like, it's close enough. But yeah, Logan Paul. He proved everyone right and wrong at the same time. Phenomenal, excellent. He held his own. I still didn't believe for a second he was gonna win, but. He did a great job.
No, very, very good for him. I'm impressed. He'll heal up. He'll be better. And I also love, I don't know if you saw on his show. No, he was on someone else's show. And he finally like put over wrestling as a profession and stuff.
He's always put over wrestling. He just doesn't understand wrestling.
He was on somebody else's podcast or something like that. And he pretty much said I got into, pro wrestling and WWE and all of my people kept on telling me it's fake, and he's like, dude, what's fake about this? He's like, there is
not a goddamn
he was like,
thing.
The chairs are real, the tables are real tables, and he was
the tables are thin tables.
They're still like real, and like he's like, bro, everything about this hurts, and I was like, you learned, Logan, good job.
Yeah, he's got a few receipts. Roman beat him up a little bit.
Let's talk about Roman in this match as well. And I know you didn't watch it, Kay, but Roman Reigns
put him over like crazy.
Roman also took care of him. But you actually saw after the frog splash spot on the table, he checked up on Logan. So wrestlers do this kind of weird thing where they'll pinch each other in the bicep or something, to kind of see if the other one's okay after like a huge spot, like when they're both on the ground. So that's what Roman would like pinch Logan Paul in the biceps. He'll be like, "Are you good?" And then like Logan Paul like hits him on the hand and be like, "I'm okay." That's how they like kind of communicate, which is good.
Yeah,
I loved how Roman paced this match, where he didn't expose Logan's
took his time.
And some of the best trash talk in the world. Roman Reigns put Logan Paul in a resting hold and started talking to the camera and calling out Twitter personalities.
Yeah, I want KSI. You see, like it was like Survivor Series. He paces like the other Paul brother. Like Roman Rumble was KSI, and like WrestleMania was Mr. Beast. Well, you know what it was? It was like they had to do the rest of talking shit because they had to do the drone shot.
Yeah. By the way, also for Crown Jewel in general, that drone stuff was amazing.
I'm not gonna lie. I was like, haha, they have drones, so they can't afford pyro. Then they did pyro with the drones. I was like, oh, they're way cooler than us.
The show itself looked great.
Yeah, it was a great looking show.
The drones were really like Bianca with the hair and everything. Like, was the giant lips in the hair? I don't know what it was, but
the hair, yeah.
It was. I was like, this is a little racist, but it looks fantastic.
Well, it's her image. She likes the lips.
It's her image. Giant lips and a braid. It's like, come on now.
That's 3D image in WWE too.
It's just hilarious. It's just
what was really cool is
funny.
when they did braids too.
Yeah,
because like, that's really difficult to do.
Roman, dude, they did. It was really cool. And that and the pyro looked really, really cool. It was a great show. It was spectacular.
Triple H with the bird on his hand.
Yeah, it was really cool. What can I say? It's wrestling, man. It's stupid as fuck. It's amazing.
Let's move on to some other matches in the card. Especially, let's talk about this last women's standing match, which included a golf cart.
The botched golf. Dude, this match was so botchy.
The only big botch I saw was obviously this table spot that we're showing right here.
Dude, they botched the golf cart twice.
They botched the golf cart?
Like when she was on the ramp, like the golf cart didn't go fast enough. It was supposed to make a crash spot, and Bianca kind of sidestepped and beat her up.
Well, because it's a golf cart. The golf cart's gonna like.
That's what I mean. It's like, dude, like if it was AJ Styles, he would have like remember Matt Hardy hit Sammy Guevara with the golf cart. It looked much better.
Roman hitting Kevin Owens.
Yeah, like there was a lot. This match was very botchy. I will say that, and this spot where it's just like, oh, like the golf cart didn't go fast enough. She was supposed to fall off. It's like, oh, let me just grab you by the hair. Oh no, we missed. Guess what, Bailey?
Wait,
You're going through this
was she
shit
supposed
again.
to fall off and like go through it? I thought the whole spot was that she was going to pull her and then slam her on it.
No, I think she was supposed to go fast, hit the brake. She was supposed to fall off and go through the table. And that didn't work, so she had a power bomber. That didn't work. Landed straight on her tailbone. And he's like, "Well, guess what? We fucked up. I got a power." Like, poor Bailey.
Which
She
I'm
took a
very
beating.
surprised that Bailey wasn't able to break that table.
No, I think Bianca overthrew her.
Oh, okay. It was an overthrow.
Yeah, that's my guess.
It did crack.
Also, look at this picture. Bailey, I don't think did a full rotation either.
Yeah. Okay, I can see it now.
I mean, if I had to get, I would put the blame on Bianca, but what do I know?
Yeah, who knows? I mean, it was still an entertaining match. I'm surprised they got away with as much they did in the Last Woman Standing, because when they did Last Woman Standing, I was like, huh, I didn't know they were allowed to do that. But all right.
I like the finish. The finish was clever. The match was fine. It was just a lot of botches. A lot of mistakes.
It's weird that they did that, and then I'm not weird that they did that, but I found it weird because the other part of Damage Control won the titles back, so they literally just flip-flopped the tag titles for shits and giggles, which is a bit of a pain.
Yeah, it's women's tag belts, dude. They don't.
The only tag belts I respect are Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. That's all I'm gonna say. It's the only tag.
Yeah, Kaden Carter. God damn it.
Yes.
So hot.
If only mulligans could exist.
For real. Let's move on to a match. So, Kay, did you watch this match between the big meaty men slapping meat? This is one of them, because there were two big meaty men matches.
There were two big meaty men matches.
Which one? Because
we
I
are
can't
talking
see the
Omos and Braun Strowman.
Yeah, I actually did not pay attention during that match. I was making lunch. I had no interest in it. Honestly, I had fun watching Crown Jewel. I went in not that invested.
Fair.
It wasn't bad. What I did like...
Fun.
What I did like about this match in particular, almost talking shit.
Oh, yeah.
He just should always talk shit.
It's the best he's ever looked as a wrestler.
Yeah, that's for sure. He still can't wrestle.
He's better. No, I think he's tons better, but I think what Will said is that the trash talk elevates his character.
His character's better. Yeah, his character's better because he's just that massive guy. It's believable. It's like, yeah, this guy just talk shit. Who's going to stop
bully,
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a massive bully. I think it's hard for him to do even wrestling because he's so damn big. Like, who's he going to spar with? The only person I think he can actually spar with would be Braun Strowman on a regular basis. And, like...
Yeah, and the match was just very bleh. I mean, the only thing that was good about it was him talking shit.
Match.
The match itself was... Yeah, I know. It's a spectacle, but it wasn't good. Wasn't good.
Look at Undertaker Kane from, like, MSG at WrestleMania 20. That's not a great match. It's a quick match. It's not a great...
Undertaker and Kane had good matches,
Did they really?
Yeah, dude. Down at WrestleMania 14, great match. Kane kicked out of the tombstone twice. Yeah. See, I remember that. The only thing I remember from this match was almost talking shit and Braun Strowman getting plucked from a stupid train bullshit. And you gotta tell me next Crown Jewel when they fought. I'm like, no, I don't.
Here's my thing. Braun should have came out with the Crown Jewel belt. I mean, Braun Strowman's over like we're over there. Like, they love Braun. I don't know why.
Yeah, because he's humongous.
I mean, Omos is bigger.
Okay, yeah, but what's his Strowman's white. That's gonna help somewhat.
I kind of felt that too as well. I was like, is it because he's black that they don't like him? I was like, this is kind of weird.
I mean, he's also almost is also a heel, so they're not supposed to like him.
Fair enough.
Like, let's not forget that too. Like, he's not written as a face. Like, it's not Sturgis, all right, with Booker T. That was real. That was some real shit.
Well, him and his brother didn't do themselves any justice either by trying to really rile that crowd up.
Well, in '96 they were baby faces, and they were not baby faces in Sturgis.
I don't think so.
97, 98, I think they were probably
up.
heels. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
fun big meaty men slapping meat match. Not the best big meaty men match, but a good, but a fun match nonetheless. I also love how they had. I think her name's Aja. Why'd you have the small little lady reffing this match? I mean, I know we did it for
To make them look bigger.
For a visual perspective, but I was like, what if something goes wrong?
That's why. Almost farts on her. Gives a pink eye.
What if Braun did the train and he like runs over her?
She'd like it. She looks like she likes it rough.
She was, I believe.
She looks like she's taking a few crown princes.
No,
if you know what I mean.
She's married to Ruff. I believe she's married to Leon Ruff. Mm-hmm.
Really? Oh, she would not like being one of my Braun Strowman. Then she likes him small. She likes that rabbit. She likes getting rabbit fucked.
I miss Leon Ruff. I hope Triple H signs him back.
I don't. I don't. Ruff. I liked small fish in a small pond was good for him.
Leon Ruff in NXT was fine. Triple H should be a baller and just.
I meant Evolve. He was good in Evolve.
He was good. He was good in NXT. He couldn't. He just couldn't wear the belt that he won, which is funny.
It was too big.
He kept falling down.
Stupid. So stupid.
Funny. All right, let's move on to the other big meaty men slapping meats match, which was the meat slapping majesty match that kicked off the show because apparently Brock had places to be.
Yeah, he's like, get me the fuck out of here.
But it's fine because
I was shook. It was first. Then I'm like,
because Bobby Lashley whipped that ass for.
I like the heel turn.
Minutes.
I liked the heel turn.
Okay, what are your thoughts on this meat slapping majesty of a match?
That was my favorite match of the show. I wanted Brock and Bobby for so fucking long. And like it was great. It was really fun. It wasn't too long. And I was happy.
I'm glad you were happy, Kay Murphy. I enjoyed it too. Bobby being a total maniacal asshole right now is great. Like he might have killed Mustafa on Raw, which is fucking hysterical if you saw that. But I also like the fact that Brock found a way to win. And now, essentially, they're tied 1-1. There's going to be a blow-off match somewhere down the road.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Put him in a fight pit. I don't know. Put him somewhere.
Put him in a fight. I don't...
Oh, I would love.
I was talking to Charles about this. Like, I don't know if you want to put them in a fight pit because they might actually fight each other.
Dude, Lion's Den.
No,
do the Lion's Den, right?
It's the same thing as Lion's Den.
Yeah, I know. Fight pits is better. No, they need a stip. Like their first match. Their first match was great with shenanigans. This match was not a dud, but it was a little disappointing because of the finish. But I get it; it's a means to an end. That third match, it's a transition in the story, which is fine. I have no problem with it. But that third match is going to be, I
was thinking about this,
but it needs a stip.
I think the stip would mean. I think the stip should be it's a shoot because they've all.
No, I don't think that's how someone gets hurt.
But like these guys are both former UFC, well not former MMA people. Though Brock got as Paul Heyman said on I think After the Bell with Craig Gage, Brock got the push because he was in UFC. But Bobby was equally as successful as Brock was. Brock just had more fame associated to his name, and they've never had it.
Yeah, Bobby was in
Strike
Force and Bellator.
And so the story there is Bobby has always wanted to say I'm as good as Brock. And so what better way to do like a fight pit half shoot match? Or maybe even a full shoot. Just don't put Daniel Cormier in the middle because Brock might actually fuck up. Daniel Cormier talks too much shit.
Dude, if you put him in an octagon match, bring in Big John McCarthy from MMA. That's what they really need. That guy don't fuck with Herb Dean. That guy don't fuck around.
I think you put them in a legit UFC style match.
Like Wardlow and Jack Swagger
Something
did.
Like that, yeah. Put him in it.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was a great thing. I actually really enjoyed what AEW did with that because it looked really good.
I think you put them in more of a shoot style match.
Oh, dude, the brawl for all.
Do the brawl.
The brawl for all. The brawl for all.
No.
Dude, we're bringing back the brawl for all. Brawl for all. Brawl for all. Brawl for all. Okay, winner has to fight Bart Gunn though in a shoot fight.
No, I think they should do more of a shoot style between Brock and Bobby and see what they really got. If they want to fight each other, it's very clear and obvious they want to fight each other. And to have something where to have a match where no one actually knows what the finish is, because it has to actually be determined in the ring. I think it's great, TV there. Especially,
yeah, I mean, but they're both in their 40s. That's how someone gets really hurt.
Especially if you bring in like Herb Dean and stuff, you gotta even if it's like a.
I mean, you understand? UFC refs are only there to tell you to stand up, to walk for a tap out, and to stop the fight.
You create the illusion that this is going to actually be a shoot. So you do, but
yeah, but if you don't know what the outcome is, then it's not a shoot. Then it's an actual shoot. Sorry, it's an actual shoot.
Yeah, but that's how you promote it. You might actually know what the finish is.
You mean Brock and Bobby are going to go in there not knowing what the finish is?
No, I'm saying you promote it as we don't know who's going to win this.
Well, that's how they promote everything.
Exactly. That's why you got to jazz it up and bring in like Herb Dean and make it create the illusion that this is going to be a shoot.
Like a not WWE guy.
I mean, I guess.
No, I see what you're saying. Like by bringing in like a ref from UFC, for example, like makes it like it harkens on their like MMA background. And
as long as they bring in Bruce Buffer.
And it makes it seem like they're gonna kick the shit out of each other, and then, but really, it's gonna be they know who's gonna win.
Yeah,
but they have to make it seem like it's a real fight. Like
you might even bring in like a special guest announcer for this too from the UFC as well.
Oh my god, dude! I got it.
Creating this bigger spectacle than what it actually is.
I got it. You bring in the five-sided ring. Instead of an octagon, they do the five. What was TNA's like the five sides of steel or whatever, or six sides of steel?
5 or 6.
Oh my god.
Yeah. There was 6. There's a six-sided ring. Yeah, bring in the six-sided ring and 6 sides of steel. This steel from TNA. But then, dude, they have an Ultimate X match.
Please, no. You do not need Ultimate X. Bobby and Brock.
Can you imagine him on the wires? Brock like a fucking monkey.
You do not need an Ultimate X match. No.
God, that would be incredible. They do an Ultimate X match. Suicide comes in for the win.
No, God.
It's actually Kazarian again.
No, we do not need an Ultimate X match. So we've gone on from Crown Jewel. Those are 3 of the bigger matches that happened. But let's talk about this controversial finish to Raw.
Bro, what the fuck
So
happened
there's a
here,
lot
man?
of thoughts. I don't want to get everybody's thoughts on this, but let's set the scene. Seth Rollins was supposed to have a U.S. Open challenge. Mustafa Ali said got on the Tron and said he was going to challenge it, but then heel Bobby came and literally threw Mustafa to the Never Realm.
To the Shadow Realm.
And said, I'm going to fight you. He shows up. Before the bell even rings, he starts beating the crap out of Seth for no reason whatsoever, just beating the crap out of him. It's not an official match. They finally pull Bobby away. Austin Theory comes out with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Interesting turn of events.
Ooh.
Goes to commercial. Seth is still down. Austin Theory is now at ringside. And he goes to one of the refs and says, I'm going to cash in my Money in the Bank contract to take the United States Championship off of Seth Rollins. Well, that didn't happen. Seth pulled a rabbit out of his ass and defended his title. Austin Theory has become one of the small amount of people who have failed to cash in. He's the 5th one.
It's 5 of them. Yeah, it's Cena, Corbin, Braun,
Sandow,
Theory, and Sandow. That's the 5.
Cena, Corbin, Braun, Theory. So, yep, that's 5.
That sucks.
And so he has failed his cash in. It's interesting. There's a lot of probably crazy thoughts that are going on with this. So, Will, you have some opinions?
Yeah, would Vince book this shit? Like, what is this nonsense? Like having him lose against Roman would be one thing, right? You showcase him on an event, like he plans the cash in, whatever, makes him look good. He gets over in losing. That didn't happen. So it's like, okay, he's not going to go after Roman. That's not believable. Let's give him the U.S. title, which, the briefcase is for a world title match. I guess, yeah, it's for any belt, sure. But, like, why wouldn't you use it on a world title? Why in kayfabe would you do it on a mid-card title? But okay, fine. And then you have him lose that too? Why not just fire him on his wedding? Why not just fire him on his wedding day while you're at it?
I wonder what the plan is now.
How much more can you bury this guy? I know he's 24 years old, and he'll be fine in the end. But it's just like, why? What is the rationale here? Why do this? This is stupid booking, in my opinion. It's just ridiculous.
Murphy, your thoughts?
I feel like and this is not me defending Vince McMahon, I don't think Theory would have lost if Vince was still here. I think Theory would have been a new champion of some sort, whether it be the United States champion or if he wouldn't have lost to Roman. Like, that's obvious. So it makes sense that Theory is going to challenge a mid-card title, especially because that's never been done before, which I think is cool. It's a cool idea. I think he should have won. But I'm just wondering what this means for him going forward. Like, now what?
He's fucked.
I think it's interesting because you got to lay the groundwork. Like I said, the Money in the Bank title, as you guys both said, is for a championship match, not for a world title. It's for a championship match of the person's choosing. This is the first time that someone else has ever actually challenged for anything other than a world title, which I think is good for the future of Money in the Bank, because now every champion, except for the tag champions, are kind of going to have to be on notice, that you got to have that level of unpredictability, especially in wrestling. So I think that expands the Money in the Bank thing, where anybody can win and anybody can challenge for any championship.
Yeah, I guess, but it's like, what's the goal of any wrestler who enters WWE?
The goal should be
to win the world title.
But
world
here's
title.
the thing.
But it's like, why are you settling for mid?
Do you really think he's going to beat Roman? The guy.
No, but
it
in
doesn't matter.
kayfabe, though,
it doesn't
he
matter.
should.
It's not believable for him to win, but to make the win that much more shocking, I can see that as well. But I don't think you have Theory be the one to take it off of Roman.
No, absolutely not.
And
absolutely
so
not.
with that as well, I think they wrote them. So I think a couple of things happened. One, change in regime.
Yeah, and they booked themselves into a corner.
I think they wrote themselves into a corner.
It's a dud year for the Money in the Bank, because there's no way you can cash it in.
He could have cashed it. He could have cashed in in NXT, and actually that would have been interesting as well. Because he did tease that at one point, which I thought that would also have been a cool twist as well. Because like I said, it's the any champion from any brand thing, which I think is a cool thing. There's also. And I'm also of the opinion of he's not buried, because he's 24, 25. He's got a long ways to go. And he's probably got a lot to learn. He was denied. I mean, he went to the WrestleMania 36 and then got sent back to NXT. They're always start and stop with him. But I also think there might be a little bit of backstage heat. I think they said they wrote himself to a corner. Might be some backstage heat. He might be a little bit too big for his britches. And this might be a way of humbling him. There's a lot of possibilities. But to say that he's completely buried, I don't think that's the case. I think there's a lot of other things going on around him that led to this happening.
Oh, he's buried. He's not dead and buried, but he's buried.
What is your definition of buried? That's what I'm curious for.
Meaning he was at one time up here, right? High hopes, United States champion, Money in the Bank winner, and now he's down here, losing a cash into a mid-card title.
But he lost to Seth Rollins, buried. Also number one as well.
A mid-card title.
It's losing to Seth Rollins.
A mid-card title.
Sometimes a mid-card title is more important than the actual world title, as is the case.
When you have the option to go for the number one
which
title,
he already did,
but you settle for number two
for the world
and
title
lose.
And failed at Clash at the Castle, getting his ass knocked out.
You are buried.
You are buried.
He's not dead and buried, but he is buried.
He's not buried at all. I don't see his...
No, he's you can't say he's over. He's not fucking over. He's most definitely buried.
he's not over, but like I think Seth makes it. I'm not saying it. Obviously, this isn't great, but if he lost to like fucking, like what's his face? Like if James Ellsworth was the big card title and he lost, I would consider that to be buried. Seth Rollins has been really hot for a while, and it doesn't make sense for Seth, at least to me, it doesn't make sense for Seth to drop.
It does if you're trying to enter a new feud, right? It's say Theory won, and then he enters a 3-month feud with Seth Rollins and drops to Seth Rollins after a few months going into Mania. That's fine. He's not buried. Now, what's his trajectory? What's his storyline going forward? You know, we have to wait and see. But
it makes me wonder if they have something better for him than that.
If they had something better, he wouldn't have lost dropping his guaranteed cash in whenever he wants, being squashed by Bobby Lashley and then losing to Seth Rollins. It's a burial. You can't say it's anything but a burial.
It's not a burial.
It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. It's a burial.
It's not a burial because as the Quan says, when I bring this point by the Quan, he goes,
that's a good point. He's on TV time. He's on matches. Sure,
in matches, you aren't buried. He also lost to one of the hottest people. That's still not really a burial because you're expected to lose to somebody like Seth Rollins. Yes, you had the upper hand. Listen.
Cash in whenever you want.
Cash in guarantees that he gets a match. Doesn't guarantee that he wins. So get that out of your head. Yeah, that's been proven.
Yeah, but it's you get to handpick your opportunity.
People before him have handpicked their opportunity and have lost,
and they were also buried.
Sandow was John buried. Cena? You buried John Cena. John Cena
called a
You're saying
John Cena called no. John Cena called a shot and got fucked over at Raw 3000. That's completely different.
That's not different. He picked a time.
He called a shot and lost.
To your logic,
he did an opportune. This is a completely different situation.
You said they guaranteed.
And John Cena was forever over. John Cena was forever over at that
your
point.
Own logic, you said the bank
I would
guarantees.
also like to point out that no matter in wrestling or in life, just because you pick your opportunity does not guarantee to succeed at it.
Yeah, but it's predetermined to lose. Yes, it is. Triple H buried this kid. No, with John. If Austin Theory called his shot, if Austin Theory called his shot and said, "I'm facing Roman this Friday on SmackDown," and then lost, it's not a burial. He handpicked a spot.
So
and Triple H is like, "You're gonna lose."
Cena
it's a burial.
And switching up your own logic.
No, I'm saying John Cena did it as a babyface. He called a shot, and the Big Show, I think it was the Big Show, screwed him over. So that's not a burial.
So here's what I'm hearing.
How is Theory protected here? He's not. It's a fucking burial.
I'm hearing from one side, you're using kayfabe and stuff to protect your John Cena argument. The other side, you're using the fact that Theory's decision was predetermined and burying Theory. You're making two different points here.
Well, yeah, because it's two complete different scenarios,
and
in kayfabe. Well, because burial doesn't come from on-screen kayfabe. Burial comes from the back. Burial comes from the booking decision.
He's buried from something he did in the back, then. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about what's
maybe.
We're talking about what we're.
I don't know what happened in
the
back. Yeah, what we're seeing on screen. I'm saying Triple H buried him. I'm saying Triple H is burying him.
Triple H is burying him. We got to.
The booking is burying him because he was once up here with opportunity and promise, and now he's down here with nothing but his dick in his hands.
Opportunity and promise, so because we don't know what happened, because this just happened a couple of days ago, William. We don't know.
Yeah, and 3 years from now,
you can't.
3 years from now, he might be in a better situation. He might dig himself out of the hole he is currently in. I'm saying right now, at this time, he is at rock bottom in his career.
He's at rock bottom.
Didn't this? Wait.
In WWE. In WWE.
Didn't this happen 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Will, you're being dramatic a little bit.
Nah, dude. This is the worst.
Didn't even happen.
This is the worst he has been in his WWE career. He's buried. He has no momentum. He's got fucking nothing.
Really? Because we're still talking about him, and also this is
no television has happened.
3 years from now, he could easily be back on top. He could dig himself out of the hole and no longer be
So
buried
you're
and
telling
get
me- so
over.
you're
Right
telling
now,
me
he's buried.
Him losing in a Raw main event match is him being buried.
With a cash-in, yes. With the Money in the Bank briefcase, which has an 80% chance of cashing in on the world title, and you lose to a mid-card
The Money
belt.
in the Bank
yes,
briefcase, as we've
1,000%.
already defined, guarantees you a
It has
championship
80%
match.
100% chance.
It is a championship match. Does not mean it's a world title match.
It doesn't have to.
But you keep on emphasizing world title, and you have to correct yourself because it's a championship match.
World title. He lost to a mid-card title.
Okay, what's the matter with that? Just because you can cash in does not guarantee that you will win.
But 80% of the time, they
and
do
20%
win.
of the time people lose, and he's part of that 20%. It's not a guarantee, and it's not a burial.
It's a burial. Fucking burial.
He hasn't even been on TV again yet. It's only been 3 days. Relax yourself. And besides,
he's
on a down.
He's
on a down. All right, so let's look at Austin Theory since April. Let's hold on. Let's look at Austin Theory since April. What happened in April? Wasn't he part of one of the biggest moments in WrestleMania with Austin returning? Take a look, one of the best stunners we've ever seen. He's been in Money in the Bank.
Yes.
He's been spotlighted in a bunch of pay-per-views. He's gotten a lot of reaction.
And since Triple H took over, took over, he's been in no major feuds. He's lost on TV.
But
he lost his Money in the Bank.
Hold on, Will. Hold on, Will.
Lost momentum. Down. Momentum is at dip 0. He is buried. Conversation over. What's the next topic?
The conversation's not over, and so you shut the fuck up for a second. Really quickly, based on your own fucking logic from a long time ago, in the Money in the Bank.
And Johnny Gargano said that Austin Theory was gonna main event.
He could. I totally think he will. But right now, he's buried.
But Will, based on your own logic.
Goldberg.
Based on your own logic of the Money in the Bank, he doesn't have to win. He can lose and makes the cash a little bit better. But that's what he was doing for a while. The fact that he lost the cash and doesn't really take away from what he had been doing with the Money in the Bank briefcase, the same that other people have done before him. Did he lose? Sure, but not everybody can win.
With the exception of John Cena, because John Cena at that time is and was and always will be forever over, who benefited from missing out their cash in? Baron Corbin?
Well, Baron Corbin
who later got released,
blatantly punished, and everybody knew that one.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm saying.
And he was buried, and then he got built back up.
Here's my thing.
He retired Kurt Angle.
Here's the thing with the Money in the Bank. The Money in the Bank, according to most people's logic, is supposed to elevate them and make them the next big star or to be prominent. And I can argue,
and this doesn't elevate him at all.
He already has, and he didn't need to win a title to do that.
Oh God, no! Stop it.
What bigger things could he do in this past year?
Maybe pinning Seth Rollins and winning the U.S. title again. That would be a great start.
Why? Because he already won the U.S. title. It's been there, done that before.
So why'd he cash in on it?
He's got to pick somebody, and you're gonna say he's gonna beat Roman.
So he's buried.
It's not buried. It happened a couple of days ago. There's no burial.
If he beat Seth Rollins and then went in a feud with him, had a storyline with him, he would not be buried.
But we don't know what the story is yet. He may still be in a feud with Seth Rollins.
Maybe, but as of right now, he's buried. Because he's got nothing.
Why? You know who else has nothing? Seth Rollins has nothing. Roman Reigns has nothing. You know why? Because there hasn't been TV yet. You don't know where the story is.
Seth Rollins has the best one of his career in the U.S.
Seth Rollins could be buried. Seth Rollins could be buried on SmackDown. We don't know that yet.
Theory. Roman Reigns has both titles on an 800-day streak.
Roman Reigns can be buried because he's not on TV just yet. You don't know what the story is.
Title reign.
You don't know what the story is yet. Anybody can be buried at any moment.
Because he just got buried from his storyline.
No, the storyline ended. That's not a burial. There's a difference between a storyline ending and a burial, William. There's a difference between a storyline ending and a burial. A burial takes time. Storylines end every day.
The dirt. He is fucking buried. It's right now he's fucked. Right now he's
Why?
fucked.
Because he ended the
Triple H
storyline with something?
He lost his.
You know who else?
80%
And you know who else ended the storyline? Logan Paul ended the storyline with Roman Reigns. Is Logan Paul buried?
Oh, Logan Paul. Well, he has an ACL injury, so
I'm
he's
just
in
saying,
trouble.
is he
But
buried?
no,
he ended the storyline with Roman Reigns. Is he buried?
No,
Okay.
no. Over in a loss. Austin Theory isn't fucking one of them.
Austin Theory lost, and he ended the storyline. And Austin Theory is buried?
He should have won.
It's okay to say that you think he should have won, and that's cool and dandy. But to say somebody is buried off of one loss and off of something that we don't know what's going to happen in a couple of days from now, I think that's a little bit much.
You can't say he's over. He's not fucking over. He's not in a better position than he was 2 weeks ago.
He's not
buried. Did it occur to you that Austin Theory can turn the L into a lesson, William?
Exactly.
Of course.
And burial would be not being on TV. Burial would be being on main event. Burial would essentially being taking time off. But you know,
over 3 months from now, he can win the
title. If he were buried, he'd be chasing. If the 24/7 title still existed, if he were buried, he'd be going out. He'd be chasing the 24/7. If he were buried, he'd be in No Way Jose's Congo line.
It's burial. If that thing still existed, he'd be there. Jeff Hardy was in the U.S. 24/7 title.
Jeff Hardy had backstage issues.
I know.
Yeah. He was buried too.
And you're right, Fred's theory is over because he did get Mega Heat, and over is over when you get that.
By WrestleMania, he could no longer be buried. He could be over. He could be fighting for the world title for the fucking all I care. Right now,
based on what? Because of one loss?
Because
of one loss? So you're saying everybody who loses is buried?
Really good.
No!
That's what your logic is saying. You're saying he's lost, and so he's buried.
Under Triple H, on the trajectory the past 3 months, he has lost every single match. He's been in no storylines, and he lost his Money in the Bank briefcase. He's buried. He's done. Move on.
I'm not going to. The briefcase was his story, and he just ended the storyline with the briefcase. He can move on to someone else.
Fuck it. Move on.
He can move on to someone else. When you stop yelling, I'll move on. Take a chill pill.
This is giving top tier talent.
Yo, this is better. This is better than the Saudi Arabia original one because Shane Jonathan wasn't on
the Saudi Arabia original one. You were still in the wrong there because you just don't understand culture. But that's on this. Well, that's happening.
No, fuck their culture.
Hence why you don't understand it.
I still stand by that. The culture that treats women like property, yeah, fuck that culture. The culture that butchers journalists and puts people in jail for going against the regime, yeah, fuck
Sounds
that
like America
culture.
to me,
Amen
actually.
to that. I stand by that pro-America. Fuck that culture.
Pro-America, the one that doesn't give women the right to choose what happens to their own body? That's cool. Anywho.
No, we live in New York. We live in New York. Yeah, fuck that culture and the government.
Oh, you're sad.
Yeah, yeah. Just, I can't wait to your vacation in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, it's going to be a great time. I'm sure you'll do great over there. I can't wait to
actually leave the East Coast by yourself and go somewhere outside of the United States. Be it as it may.
I have left the United States.
Where?
I went to Jamaica.
Yeah. Anyhow.
It was great.
It's not a work, Fred. It's actually not at all.
No, this is very much real. This is very much real.
Back to other things aside. Survivor Series is coming up in a couple of weeks in Will's hometown of Boston, Massachusetts, or Will's home city of Boston, Massachusetts, and we already have the first War Games match for the women.
Yo, I told you it was 5v5.
I don't remember you telling me 5v5.
It was a few weeks ago. I thought it was 5v5, and you said it was 4v4. 5v5 would take forever.
Yeah.
I said it was 5v5.
Yeah, I know traditionally it was 4v4.
I do remember it being 4v4 though, because there was always
in NXT was 4v4. I'm assuming because of Survivors.
It was always the undisputed. It was the undisputed era versus somebody. So it was 4. So I guess Triple H added a fifth.
You keep the Survivor Series tradition.
Yeah,
some sort of Survivor Series tradition live.
I'm down with it, dude.
So you have Damage Control and Crazy Nikki Cross and an extra opponent versus Team Bianca and friends, Asuka and Alexa Bliss. So my question is, who are the other 3 opponents?
Well, I think Bayley needs a heavy.
Who's your heavy?
So you could do a heel turn, or you could bring back a Nia Jax, because Triple H loves these returns. And I'm going to talk about Mia Yim. But that's pretty excellent.
Yeah.
Or they could add Rhea Ripley, and Mia Yim goes to Bianca.
You think Rhea? Well, you did have that somewhat that face off backstage between Rhea and Bianca, so Rhea and Bianca's coming.
So I'd put Rhea in Bailey's team then. Because correct me if I'm wrong, Ricky. I think Rhea pinned Bianca in the NXT War Games. With the one we were at.
I don't remember. I know that was the Rhea coming out show because she was face then.
Yeah, it was that or Bianca pinned Rhea. I don't remember who had the belt, but I think one of those two pinned the other.
I don't remember. I know Rhea ended up coming out on top of that, but I don't remember what happened. I'd have to go back and watch it. Do you please?
Yeah, put Candice on. Yeah, I'd put Candice on Bianca.
Okay.
Bianca. So I got Mia Yim and Candice for Bianca, and then Rhea Ripley for Bayley.
Yeah, okay. So if Rhea goes in, then you automatically are going to add Mia Yim.
Mia Yim. That makes sense, right? Because you figure Judgment Day and the club are going to add more to their team. I'm assuming that's the other match. That would make the most sense.
I don't know.
Which is interesting that, although, would it make sense to have both War Games be a Raw
I
feuds?
think the Bloodline's going in.
Ooh.
They're also
the Usos,
Sammy,
Solo.
Also the poster of Survivor Series.
So we got the Usos, Solo, and
Roman.
Sammy. Do you add Roman?
Mm-hmm. It's a big four. He's got to do something.
Go up against New Day.
Ooh.
Maybe Ray. Oh, fuck.
I think you can't not have. You can't not have Roman at Survivor Series.
I agree.
Like, you just can't be like, I'm sitting this out. Like, no, you can't sit this one out.
It's a big four, but
Unless
title match.
The way I see it, I think Survivor Series is being kind of it's a more extreme All-Star game this year where there are going to be really any title matches. I think the stories are going to be surrounding War Games no matter what. And there's never titles on the line at War Games.
Correct. Well, I'm thinking back to NXT. There were title matches on NXT War Games though.
Yeah, but it was like the North American, because like
probably like a North American ladder match.
Old reliable.
Yeah. Because when we saw it, Undisputed had like all the belts, so they were like all in the match, so it didn't fucking matter.
That's true. I don't know. We'll see. It's very exciting though. It's what, a month, 3 weeks away?
18 days? 18?
The 26th. So that's 2 weeks from Saturday.
So you got to develop a story really quick. So I think it's going to be the Usos, Bloodline. I don't know who's going to be on the Usos on the Bloodline, and then
the Brawling Brutes. Good one to
Brawling Brutes.
I do wish I could go to this card. I really want to go to this card.
Well, actually, it could be New Day and the Brawling Brutes because Sheamus should be back from his wedding stuff.
So you got how many Brawling Brutes? You got 3 Brawling Brutes and 2 New Day. It's 5.
That would work.
That would work.
And plus,
that would totally work.
Sheamus in an Irish town like Boston.
Oh yeah.
Don't eat that shit up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The TD Garden is like in the Irish part of Boston too. I think. I don't think it's in the north. Actually, I don't think it's in the north end.
I don't know.
Let me Google that.
It's by a,
I'm gonna steal Frank's job right
body
here.
of water. At some point. But I think that's good. K Murphy. Are you with me, Kay?
It's in the West End.
Okay. Now, you know what I'm going to ask you. What are the chances that we see a Boston aglow in Bosstown?
I thought about it. Honestly, if she doesn't come back, they're going to show up at the Rumble.
That's fine with me.
I'm like honestly expecting Sasha Banks to win the Royal Rumble.
That'd be interesting.
At this point. So One of them, I feel like Sasha and Naomi coming back to the Royal Rumble and one of them winning would be fucking huge.
Yeah.
Who was Sasha training with the other day? I saw a
when
video.
She did that fucking crazy Rana.
Yeah, I watched it 4 times. Like, how do you actually do this? Like, how do you know where to put your legs, your head, and your body?
Know. I don't know who she was.
I couldn't figure it out.
I know the video and I know the picture, but I don't know who she was training with. She's obviously just teasing shit at the moment. That could be just her regular workout because she's just that's what she knows how to work out.
That's true. That's just her staying in shape. Screw ring shape. That's like actual shape. It's movie shape at this point. Let me see who she was in the ring with. Also, rest in peace to R-Truth and his pec.
Was it the pec or was it the thigh?
Or quad. I'll tell you in a second. It might have been a quad.
Which sucks because he was about to be on a great roll, too. But also, what are the chances of Becky Lynch showing up and helping out Bianca?
I don't know.
I think that makes more storyline sense. They finished their feud at SummerSlam.
As a quad, you were right.
They finished their feud at SummerSlam. Bayley and Bianca kind of had that, like, we're friends now type thing on that Raw, and Becky should be healed up by now.
What was her injury?
Was it
her shoulder? Was it her shoulder?
August. I think she should be good. Shoulders are iffy.
Shoulders can be very iffy. If it's a separated shoulder, that could take 6 months of rehab. That's what they told me for my shoulder, so I didn't do it. So also, she could be ready, but it could be a Bayley situation where there's no creative for her. So why bring her back? Like match. Bayley was ready to go like shortly before or after WrestleMania, but there's no storyline for her. So Becky could come back at the Rumble.
Yeah.
If she's ready,
I wonder if they're going to reveal who could be on these teams or leave it a surprise. My best bet is to leave at least one of them a surprise, which is awesome. Like when they did KO at NXT TakeOver War Games.
God, that
was an amazing surprise.
That was an amazing surprise.
That was an absolutely amazing surprise. But we'll see, because Survivor Series will go on. And also an amazing surprise, Dana Brooke showed up and quickly lost the 24/7 championship in what was probably the longest single reign of a 24/7 championship in the existence of a 24/7 championship, because she held it for months because she wasn't on TV. And then Nikki Cross quickly missed putting it in the garbage can, but essentially we got what was going on.
Did she really miss
the video? She missed.
That's hilarious. What a fitting end to that title.
She missed the title. She missed the trash can, which I thought was a start, because if you actually see it, Bayley looks back on the floor and like acknowledges that the title did not get into the garbage can. So we have no more 24/7 championship. K. Murphy, do we finally get a women's mid-card championship?
Yo, I fucking hope so. It's overdue because WWE often doesn't know what to do with women, and I feel like a mid-card title could solve a lot of problems.
I believe so too.
But I don't think the elimination of the 24/7 title has anything to do with that.
You think they were just getting rid of it just for the sake of getting rid of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think as people shit on it so long, I don't think it's probably Triple H probably didn't like it.
I don't blame him.
I liked it because it was stupid as fuck.
It had its moments.
I didn't like it. I didn't respect it. I liked it. I didn't respect it.
It had its moments of stupidity, which were brilliant.
I don't know, man. I think overall, it's a success.
I would agree. I think it was a success.
I thought it was fantastic. R-Truth in the 24/7 championship is some of the most invested I've ever been in wrestling.
R-Truth found so many different ways in so many different locations to win that title.
Oh, finally.
He wanted
Do you remember he would post it like on Facebook Live and shit and like Instagram when he was challenging?
Him and Jinder were going at it. He beat Jinder on a plane.
He beat
Jinder on a golf course.
Did you know a golf course?
He beat Drake Maverick at his wedding when Drake Maverick was going to consummate his wedding. He beat.
Oh my god, I forgot about
that. Tozawa at the Lincoln.
The wedding on Raw.
The wedding in Raw.
When him, Tamina, Dana Brooke, they all like switch back and forth.
He beat Tozawa. They had a battle in New York City. I think he won it at the Lincoln Center. The one thing that I was upset about is that Gronk should have defended during an NFL game.
Oh my God, if they could have pulled that off. Dude, don't get me too excited, Ricky.
Could you imagine if like you watch SportsCenter the next day and during Gronk's touchdown celebration, R-Truth came out and schoolboyed him for win the 24/7 title. Reps threw a flag but didn't know what to call.
Oh my God, that would be something else.
Like, could you imagine that scene? But the 24/7 title was a success.
Bad Bunny won it.
Yes, he did.
Didn't Bad Bunny win it and then took on SNL?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He brought on SNL with him.
So for that exact reason, like in wrestling sense, in kayfabe, it is 100% not a success. It is a ridiculous title, a stupid idea. But in terms of social media, entertainment, and like the actual thing it was designed to do, it's a total success.
Absolutely, total success. Rest in peace, the 24/7 title. Hopefully, it brings back something very, very interesting in return. Hopefully, who knows? Also, moving on, Mia Yim's back. Not Reckoning, Mia Yim, which
I forgot her name.
This is OG Mia Yim, like Tim's and everything, wearing what she actually wants to wear. Her blue hair is back. No Keith Lee though. Keith Lee is still in AEW. But Mia Yim was back. She beat up Rhea, and honestly, Mia Yim was like the last person I thought that was gonna show because I honestly thought she was still contractually obligated to Impact.
Yo, I thought all four of these guys are still contractually obligated to Impact.
Buyout, maybe?
Honestly, Mia Yim fits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she passes the eye test,
and she can go back and forth with them in conversation. Like she fits their group. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like they visually, it looks like it fits character wise, and like they look like they'd all be friends.
Mm-hmm. And like her and Rhea have history, back from NXT as well. So it also fits.
That they do.
That also
they
fits.
do.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Rhea the one that like broke Mia Yim's nose, or am I mistaken?
I
forgot that happened.
That is a great question. I don't know.
Because it was like a War Games qualifier or something. It was like a ladder match, and Mia broke her nose. Someone threw a ladder at her face, and she forgot to shield her face. Yeah, forgot to catch it. And the ladder caught her face pretty well. Be that as it may. But I'm glad Mia Yim's back. I don't know how many other people Triple H is going to bring back, but he's clearly doesn't give a shit. He's like, everybody's coming.
Yeah, dude, not Kevin Dunn. Nick Khan must be like, bro, like we
just saved so much money.
We had all this money to do business development, and you're just like, no, fuck all that. It's like, man, shit.
I don't blame Trips though.
Listen, there's any.
Well, let's see how the earnings are. That's what's gonna come down. Let's see how Q4 earnings
Which should be
are.
Interesting because Q4 they've been having in my opinion, from a TV perspective, I think they're having a great Q4.
Well, Q4 has been what a month. Yeah, October. And then the Q3, I think the Q3 earnings were also really good because once Vince left, his stock price actually went up.
I'm not surprised about that.
Because Vince is still majority shareholder.
Yeah. So I think their Q4 is going to be good because you had Clashes in Q4, right?
Clash was in Q4.
Yeah,
correct.
so you have Clash
and Saudi Arabia,
Crown Jewel, Survivor Series. I think they're going to be fine.
Yeah. Their earnings get. Bray Wyatt came back.
Extreme Rules. Yeah.
Yeah. No, their merch. They'll be just fine.
I think their Q4 is going to be okay. They'll be all right.
Their ratings are okay.
I think their Q4 will be fine, and I'm happy to see Mia Yim back. I think the more women he brings back, the more possibility that we do get a women's mid card title. I think that is the logic here, because we still haven't. Sarah Logan's coming back. They've been teasing her for fucking weeks now.
Yeah.
You know, I think the Golden Goose, the women that are left, in my opinion, that would be worth a damn to bring back or even come in. That's not in NXT. Tegan Nox, if she can walk, obviously. Sarah Logan, who's on her way back, and then Nia Jax, Naomi, and Sasha.
I thought Nia Jax doesn't want to wrestle.
Braun Strowman wanted to run his own wrestling organization and was supposedly done with WWE. But that phone call changed everything.
Yeah, everyone says that till they get a phone call. Everyone says that they get a phone call and how many zeros on that check.
Oh wait, I know. Eva Marie.
I would enjoy an Eva Marie comeback, to be honest with you.
But like a better one, like the comeback we deserved.
You know what? Once was enough.
No.
No, I love Eva. I just want to see whatever's left of Twitter implode. I love Eva Marie. Just for the vitriol she brings.
That's what elections are for, Ricky. What's left of Twitter to explode? That's what elections are for.
It's too far in between. I need to explode.
That's too far. You can't wait another 2 years. You know what? Fair enough. I will respect that answer.
Please, Eldon's old news. We need Eva Marie back.
There you go. I should have wrote that in on my ballot. Eva Marie. I'm gonna do that next time. One of my
Who am I writing in for the county sheriff? Eva Marie.
Like who?
Could you imagine if Eva Marie was elected public official?
Yeah.
Yes, I can totally believe that. Look at our current elected officials.
And he has a fake badge.
Didn't he get? I think he got blown out, right?
No, they're in like a runoff.
No, it's Georgia. Fuck, that's why they're in a runoff. Dr. Oz got blown out.
Let's move on.
I didn't know Dr. Oz ran until today.
You didn't need to.
I wish I lived in your world. I wish I had that ignorance.
Let's move on to the next time that we're going to see WWE and Pro Wrestling. SmackDown is going to feature what I'm assuming is going to be a main event banger between the Usos and the New Day, which had a great opening segment until a pothead ruined it, known as Matt Riddle.
Boo.
What he did? He ruined the segment.
I know. I'm saying boo, Matt Riddle. No, I don't want to hear that.
Because they were shooting on each other, essentially.
Yeah, of course. You know how good of a friends these four are?
They were going hard because New Day was like, you guys don't know what it's been like to struggle because you guys are part of a third generation. You had things handed to you. And that they're both first generation. They had to work hard. And the Usos were like, well, no, we still have to work hard. And by the way, if we didn't forfeit that tag match a couple of years ago, Kofi Mania would have never happened at WrestleMania.
Oh, yo, honestly, straight facts.
And then they went further and said, Kofi, maybe you should just sit this one out. He said, because of Kofi Mania, you had the chance to have all your wife and your kids there, so maybe you should be home with your wife and your kids. And then Matt Riddle came out. I was like, come on.
Someone said wife and kids, bro?
I'm there. I don't have one of my own anymore. But it was good. Xavier Woods because Xavier Woods said, like, he pretty much was like, the struggle was, he essentially said the struggle was more real for me than it was for the Usos. Because he said, being struggle, like, having to work for it was like, for him it was sitting in catering every week and never knowing when you're going to get fired. And he said, he essentially said he had to develop his YouTube channel up, down, just to get noticed by his regular job. And that's exactly what happened.
That is exactly what happened. They was kind of like, you need to stop, but we're not going to tell you to stop.
Not only did they tell him we're not going to tell you to stop, they bought out the naming rights of it.
Yeah, which is a way of saying we're not going to tell you to stop, but we're in control of this now. And Xavier Woods was just like, okay, sure.
Like
you say,
Xavier
boss.
Woods has custom-made championship belts that they make replicas of that people buy.
That is true. People do buy the up,
It's
down,
on my
down
list
belt.
of
That is
belts to
true.
buy because it's not just freaking ridiculous.
I believe it. It's a pretty belt. It's a very pretty belt.
So I expect nothing but absolute like just calamity and shenanigans, and probably one of the matches of the year between the Usos and the New Day.
I mean, probably, but it's like
If the
again,
Usos win, they break
I
the
know
record.
it's been a few years,
If
but
the Usos win.
I mean, this is the perfect time to do it. I mean, don't get me wrong. If the people's whose record you're breaking is still in the company, yeah, you got to fight them for it. Like, duh. But it's like we've seen this how many times now?
Still never fails.
I'm never sick of that.
Never.
I know. That's the crazy thing. I'm gonna love the match, but it's just like I want to be sick of it, but I can't be. It's impossible.
Oh, they're one of my fight forevers. I'll never be sick
So
of
here's a
it.
question: does the New Day pull it off?
No,
Oh.
not a chance.
Oh.
I think Big E comes back though.
That's who I thought was going to show up during this promo, because that would have been fun. But
Big E fights off Solo
here's my do you,
or chases off
do you
Solo.
think he's allowed to get physical? Yeah,
Big E?
because remember he broke his neck, and that was in
did break it.
April.
He can be a
It can be a distract.
That was
yeah.
in April. That was in
because he was supposed to
April.
have the match at WrestleMania, and then they had to switch it. It was in March, April.
That feels like a year ago.
Yeah, like it's not.
So 7 months. Yeah, no, he's probably not coming back. I take it back.
If
I stand
if
corrected.
anything, Big E will come back, and he'll do the original New Day entrance. Like he'll yell from the back or something like that. I think that'll be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I mean,
Brett, do you think KO and Sami are gonna upset the Usos?
oh, that's a long
Maybe.
ways down the road, though.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I'm gonna say the Paul brothers. Hear me now, quote me later.
Paul brothers, oh my god. That's the last thing I want is the Paul brothers running around social media with the WWE Tag Team Championships.
God, like Logan Paul comes out to knock out like Conor McGregor with the WWE tag belts. Sorry, Jake Paul, not Logan. Jake.
Oh, it's the last thing I want. It's them to have it. But I think that's so down the road. And it's possible that, I mean, there's also a possibility that whoever wins this will debut new tag titles. I think they finally do a unification and just give them one title. Because honestly, it must be annoying as hell to carry two titles around in your bag. That's like 16 pounds of weight on a plane. And you like...
You know what? When is the actual day they break the record?
It's after SmackDown, I believe. So sometime probably like Monday or something.
So did this SmackDown's last
Correct.
opportunity then?
Yeah.
I was gonna say what they should do if it was to break the record, they should debut the new titles in a ladder match.
Ooh.
You want the record, climb the ladder, bitch.
That'd be fun.
I mean, when those new titles come in, it's gonna be a ladder match regardless. Mm-hmm. But I think it'd be really cool if they could have done it to break the record. But I wouldn't do that on a SmackDown.
I would do it on a SmackDown because I mean, since it's doing this, I would do a ladder match on the SmackDown because your next big event and your last event of the year Survivor Series, and you're not topping War Games. You got to put a ladder match somewhere.
Fair. Too bad I got rid of TLC.
It'd be the all ethnic TLC. That'd be actually pretty funny.
All ethnic TLC.
A TLC match between the New Day and the Usos we've never seen before, and that would be amazing.
That would be amazing. Are the Usos considered black? I know the Samoans considered black. No, what? I guess. Well, they're Pacific Islanders.
Yeah,
Pacific Islanders,
going by reading the Pacific Islander. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's what it is. Speaking of things coming up soon on SmackDown, they decided they're going to have a World Cup, and this is just for the fact that the World Cup's coming up in a couple of weeks, actually.
Like they mentioned it. Like Wade Barrett said it in commentary. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, World Cup?
I'm confused.
So,
Ricky, what is this? Break it down for me.
It's just a tournament. It's just a tournament.
For
the
what?
Winner of, it's to determine the number one contender.
Is it the uterus trophy?
No. I wish. And Shane McMahon comes back and defends his title. No. It's the winner of the 8-person tournament will be the number one contender for the Intercontinental title. So it means you're going to go up against Gunther.
You know what? That's clever. I take it back. That's pretty clever.
So.
Intercontinental World Cup. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
As long as they don't do it like AEW did, and this didn't have anyone touching the Atlantic, and as long as each person is from a different country, or I think that'd be even
they
better.
really make it like an international flair type thing.
Yeah, like a World Cup. Well, unless they do a U.S. bracket and international bracket, because that might be too hard. I don't think they have like 8 people made from different countries. If they did a U.S. bracket and an international bracket, that'd be cool too.
That would be interesting. I don't know who's in. I don't know if I could name. I mean, Ricochet's going to be in it. I can tell you that for a fact. He's got to do something.
Yeah, well, you got Rey Mysterio.
Well, Rey just lost.
You got
You
Shinsuke.
think Rey goes back in?
Yeah, why not?
Shinsuke, of course.
So you got Rey, Shinsuke. It's 2 countries. You could put in one of the Brawling Brutes. That's 3. You can put in the other Brawling Brutes. That's 4. And the rest are Americans. Yeah, right. They're from different countries. Honestly, you could put all 3 of them in. They're from 3 different countries.
Wait, no.
I think it's where's Ridge from?
I think Ridge and Pete are both from England.
Both from England. Get back. So I think Sheamus is from Ireland. So that's 2. Shinsuke's 3. Mysterio's 4. Mexican. So that's 4. Even though it's from San Diego. But it's close enough. Kofi from Africa. That's 5. Or Jamaica. Make your choice.
He's gonna be. Yeah. I think and then whoever else. Maybe they debut somebody because Triple H just loves signing people. So
yeah. Ricochet's in the U.S. What else is in that mid card?
Oh, we had. There was. I was long. I was like, oh, SmackDown has a mid card now. I forgot.
Oh, Braun Strowman. He's from the U.S.
They should turn Braun Strowman into like what they tried to do with Lex Luger, make him just very Captain America-ish.
Mansoir's from Saudi. Mansoir, he's from Saudi Arabia.
Oh,
the other guy, T-Bar, whatever his name is. I'm sure he's from the U.S.
Going back to NXT.
No, I'm sorry. What's the other guy? Massey.
No, I forgot. LA Knight. There you go.
LA Knight. He's from the U.S.
LA Knight.
You can totally do a U.S. bracket and international bracket. You know what? I'm about this. Let's fucking go. I'm pretty pumped for this.
My bet's on LA Knight. I love me some LA Knight.
Yeah.
Have you seen what they're doing with LA Knight now?
He's just cutting promos.
No, he gets to cut a promo as he walks to the ring.
Yeah, that's his shtick, all right. That's what he does.
Oh, I love me some LA Knight. Or maybe it could be someone else. You know who else could show up in this World Cup for no reason whatsoever, but the fact that he has to do something and get out of NXT? I would love to see Cameron Grimes.
I heard they're calling him up next year.
Cameron Grimes is probably on the call up. Carmelo Hayes needs to come up really soon.
Yeah.
And Trick. He needs to be with Trick Williams.
Cameron Grimes. Grimes is who another one I'm expecting for the Rumble.
Cameron Grimes at the Rumble will be great.
Also, Trick Williams, amazing name for a wrestler.
It's Carmelo and Trick, because I think Carmelo and Trick have to be a package deal. You can't leave Trick. You can't leave Trick by himself.
Yeah, for sure.
At all.
Oh, you also got all of Legado del Fantasma. All right, they're from
Santos
Mexico
could show
Spanish
up in the tournament. There you go.
So how about Santos for Ray?
Yeah,
how about that?
I agree.
Oh, Drew. We might have 8 countries, different countries here.
Drew.
Well, it depends. You consider Scotland a different country.
Then England, yes.
Okay. I always know they're fighting over territory up there.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Wade's here. Wade, you missed a great conversation earlier, Wade.
Yeah, Wade. Let me ask you: is Austin Theory buried?
Nay or nay?
Oh God.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, just answer yes. Just answer yes or no. We're not going to talk about it anymore.
Grayson Waller is not showing up in this World Cup, although he is from Australia. So let me see.
I forget about him.
He's a dollar store Miz. That's really all it is. But we're gonna do this tournament. You would do Drew.
Put Solo in there.
Yeah. I'm buckling down for Restore.
Who's the Canadian representation again? Sammy and Kevin?
What's up?
I said we have Sammy and Kevin.
Kevin hasn't been on in a while. Kevin could show up.
So we might have 8 different countries for this tournament, Ricky. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I didn't think we pulled off, but no, we could really pull this off.
An 8-person tournament. Let's see. Ricochet for America, because why the fuck not? Ricochet, Drew, Ricochet, Drew,
Sheamus.
I'm gonna leave Sheamus out. I was gonna put in Peter.
Okay. Peter,
Peter,
okay.
Shinsuke.
Oh, Peter.
Ricochet, Drew, Peter, Shinsuke.
Legado from Mexico.
Yeah, Santos, Escobar. That's 5.
Solo
Island of
for
Samoa.
Samoa. Even though that's technically America, but
Miriam.
No, he has the belt,
Yeah, you
so
can't
they
put
can't be
Gunther
in it.
Oh.
Don't say Shane McMahon. Stop it. Do not say Shane McMahon, Mr. Friends.
So we only have America
Yeah.
covered.
Who else?
We literally just listed like 18 people from
And
18
we
different
totally forgot
countries.
them all.
Yeah. Well, we could do Kofi for Africa.
I was just thinking, could we
Ghana.
do Kofi?
Ghana.
Was he born in Ghana?
West Ghana?
Maybe we bring back Reginald.
That's 7. We just need one more. Oh, and Sammy for Canada. That's 8.
Okay. Mason Ryan from Wales. Who's signing Mason Ryan? Stop it, Freds.
I think he's a woman now. No, that's Tyler Rex. Tyler Rex became a woman.
Mason Ryan.
If you bring people from NXT, you can bring Ilya Dragunov.
Ooh.
Also, Finn Balor
I think that's the one.
Jordan Devlin.
Dragunov would be pretty dope. That's it. It's a great call.
Gunther 3 on the main roster.
It's a great way to debut someone.
Because that way you can set up. He can get a run. He can get a mini run in the tournament and go up against Gunther. So he has momentum going up against Gunther.
I mean, quick sidebar to Fretz's point. Did you see that almost surprised his family in Africa?
How jolly was that?
No.
He went home because he took on the way home from Saudi Arabia, took a pit stop over in whatever country he's from. I think Nigeria.
Yeah, the Nigeria. Actually, yes, Nigeria.
Yeah, so he went and surprised us. He hasn't been home in like 25
14.
years. 14, whatever. 25 sounds better. So yeah, he surprised his family. Hopefully he had personality on his family.
Laugh he had. Did you watch the video?
I didn't watch the video, but he does have a great laugh.
Yeah, he hadn't been home in 14 years.
Good for him, man. I'm glad he got to go home.
TJP for the Philippines. Stop. We're not bringing back TJP. We tried that once and it did not work.
Damn, what a disappointment, man. He even got Mega Man, all right? He had like Mega Man in his theme song.
Well, he was...
Dude, you had Mega Man, you couldn't get over with nerds. Like, what the fuck is... Like, bro, that's on you. Just saying, like, that's... I mean, Vince literally gave you a golden ticket. Like, you didn't even get buried. You buried yourself.
It's because his finisher wasn't that spectacular outside of the PC. He had a knee bar. Was his finisher?
I don't remember what... Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it was...
It worked great for a tournament, bad for day-to-day TV.
Yeah, it was one of Jericho's 1,000 holds. Got him.
What if Triple H brings back Kalisto?
Oh my god, please no.
All of a sudden you hear the Lucha theme again. Lucha. I'd pop for it, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be really happy.
I would not. Dave would buy another mask though.
Dave probably already bought all the masks. Or if we're just gonna get crazy because this is the last segment of the show. Kalisto so he can find Izzy's dad. That's right, Kalisto and Izzy's dad did have beef. I forgot about that.
Did they really? What the fuck was that about?
On the internet.
Did Kalisto get mad at Izzy took a bump?
Nah.
Because I know like actual wrestlers and people were mad that like Izzy took a bump or gave someone a bump.
She's been put through a table at the age of 10.
That what it was? Yeah, dude. I don't understand the people who hate Izzy. It's just like, guys, this girl just went to like sophomore homecoming. Yeah. Like, she's probably
she's probably a smarter wrestling fan than all of us combined in this room.
I think they're jealous of Izzy.
I'm jealous.
Oh, I'm definitely jealous of Izzy.
Jealous.
I am not afraid to admit that. Yeah, I am jealous of a high schooler. Quote me now. Quote me. Send a clip to her.
Oh man, but what if for shits and giggles, we heard like No Way Jose's theme and he's part of a tournament. He comes with the conga line and everything.
I would die. Please, y'all know I love that conga line.
Jose, no way.
Jose. I'd rather Adam Rose.
He's never coming back. Unless it comes back as Leo Kruger.
That's a great wrestling name.
That was his original name. Or he can come back. Oh, her dad was talking shit about Kalisto's release. Well, I don't blame him. Kalisto was.
Oh, okay. Kalisto
Yeah.
clapped back at that. You know what? No, Izzy's dad, man. You open that door. Don't be afraid there's a punch at the other end.
Wait, hold on. Frets, Izzy blocked you? What did you do?
Wait, really?
Wait, how?
I don't know. I'm going to tell us a story more.
Now I'm checking. Did Izzy
Frets
block
got
me?
blocked by Izzy. That's a stick.
Of mass tweeting some case with HBK.
Same case with HBK.
I was not blocked by Izzy.
Oh. Wait, she blocked HBK? Oh, no, HBK blocked Frets. Jeez, wow. Frets, stuffing a bully.
Frets, you're so mean. We're gonna have to look this up on the post show. Kalisto versus Izzy's dad, because like I've met Izzy's dad. He's a nice guy. From what I saw.
Yeah, both their parents are really nice. You know what it is? No, I'm just totally speculating here, but I think he's definitely. I mean, him and Izzy definitely have that very, very, very tight relationship. Yeah. So he's definitely overprotective of Izzy, which I totally understand because she's like 15. So that's my guess. If someone comes after his daughter on Twitter, or like he can be very defensive, which, hey man, that's a sign of a good father.
According to Wade, who has the inside scoop, because Wade is pretty much our Mr. NXT. He says Lindsay bought Izzy's dad a ticket to a martial arts show he was at, and he no-showed. It was beef with Lindsay Dorado that started it first. Wow,
that's pretty funny. Hey man, maybe Izzy got sick.
Possibility.
No showed.
That's a shame. I liked Lindsay too. Probably was a cool teacher back in the day. Lindsay Dorado. Lindsay Dorado used to be a math teacher.
I like martial arts shows. Those are fun.
You get to break wood and all that stuff. All right.
Put a head twist on the block.
If you're feeling froggy. Yes. All right, so let's get the hell out of here. We've done enough for this show. Yeah, we're at the end. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to a very, very energetic episode of Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 315, The Crashing, because quite frankly, in the middle of the show, we almost crashed. I am your host, King Ricky Rose, and you can find me on Ambassador Biggs across all social media outlets, BIGZ Ambassador Biggs, Kings of the Rings podcast on Twitter, at KOTR_podcast on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Discord, all things Kings. Look in the description below if you're listening to us. Make sure you are liking, sharing, subscribing if you're listening to us, or if you're watching us on our feed on YouTube or on Twitch. Like, share, subscribe. Leave us some great reviews and comments about our show. And if you are listening to us wherever you're listening to all of your podcasts, make sure you're subscribing to Wrestle Addict Radio, the cure for the common wrestling podcast, where you can always find us and all of our shows. Follow Wrestle Addict Radio socials at Addict_Wrestle on Twitter and Wrestle Addict Radio everywhere else. Well, Terrashock, how are you feeling?
I'm not gonna lie, for the whole show, I thought it said the cash in. I didn't see the R.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, I swear to God, like, I'm not dyslexic, but sometimes I think I am. So, luckily, I can still spell my name correctly. I'm Will Tarashuk, ladies and gentlemen. T as in Thomas, ARASHUK. All my shenanigans can be found in BigOsPodcastSolutions.com. Talking Tarashuk podcast. This week, I had, next week, I have a financial planner. He has money. We talk about the economy for like 2 hours. So that was a lot of fun. So check that out if you want to hear me rant about the economy and have him tell me why gas prices are high. So that's a lot of fun. If you have extra cash, want to donate to our Ambiguous Podcast Solutions, that'd be a great help. Shout out to Mr. Frets, who gave me some dough. So Frets, I love you. You're the greatest man on earth. I'll drop the link in our Discord if anyone wants to help a brother out and give funding to Ambiguous Podcast Solutions. But until then, Kay Murphy, how are you, my friend?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too.
You made it to a whole show, Kay. I'm so happy for you.
Right. I'm hungry. It's about time for me to watch American Horror Story, so I'm probably going to dip immediately following the show.
Me too. I got a shower.
You can find me across all social media platforms at TheKMurphy, TheKae Murphy. You can follow my personal design shop on Spring and on Instagram at Euphoric Future Designs. We have shirts, we have cups, we have hoodies. Buy my shirt. I'm ready for a snack.
Yes, and you can buy all of our shit too. We do have a merchandise store where I am every freaking day putting out new merch for us and for Wrestle Addict Radio. K Murphy, do you want your own duffel bag? Because I'm about to make you one.
Okay.
Everybody gets a duffel. Yeah. Duffel bag, and K Murphy be really, really happy because hats are going to be coming available very, very soon on the Spring store as well.
Yeah, do I need a new hat? I do love my Kings of the Rings hat, but I want a Willie T hat really
for
badly.
All things Kings and for all of our merchandise.
I want the old hat. I hate that. I never.
Well, that was a Dave special, but we'll get you a new one. We'll get you a resident rainbow hat.
It's my favorite.
No, I want the Kings of that. No, I want the Kings of the Rings hat.
Well, we still have the design, so we can probably put it out somewhere. Anyway, folks, go check that out on clicking the link below. When we come back next week, it's our 316 episode, so we will have beer. We will be talking about AEW, and maybe we'll have our beer aficionado Claire come and join us again. So until then, folks, goodbye, good night. See you on the post show. I can hate that song. And fuck you, Slack. That's somebody we should bury in Slack. We haven't already.
We're not allowed to.
We win. The other song ended, so I had to do this one. I love that.
You better
song.
play that as your song at your wedding too.
You know what? That's a great idea.
But like the
I'm definitely.
But like the last song before everybody leaves.
No, I actually have an idea for I want my last song to be.
What's your last song?
It's gonna be First Date, Blink-182.
That's a good last song. My current thought, but I'm like, I'll probably change it. Right now, I wanted to What Dreams Are Made Of by Hillary Duff.
That's a good one too. So, like, seeing as Jazz and I went to 3 weddings this year, the idea of weddings have come up a lot.
By the way, the 24/7 title is officially no longer on WWE's website either.
Womp
womp. They sold a total of 12.
I think it was more popular than people think.
I loved it.
We went to a show and it was bouncing around.
Yeah.
I think I won it. I think I won it. You won it from me.
No,
and I won
that
it from
wasn't
someone
the 24/7 title. That was just us just fucking around. That was in New Orleans.
That was World Heavyweight. That's World Heavyweight title.
It was whatever.
Yeah,
it was whatever podcast
around.
company's title that we all did a scramble for.
Yeah, that was really funny. But yeah, there were 24/7 belts, and it was just going around the crowd. That was pretty outside like a parking lot. That was pretty funny.
Oh, that food! Just reminded me of all that food that they had.
Oh, that New Orleans, the New Orleans food, pregame food. Yeah, that mac and cheese.
Amazing.
Yeah, my friend just did his like mini moon in New Orleans. Did in New Orleans for a week. He said it was amazing.
God, he did his.
I was like, why would you get married in bed?
Seriously.
I was like, bro,
Yeah,
you guys
excited to go to New Orleans.
Kay, you're gonna have the time of your life in NOLA.
I can't wait.
Yeah, Kay, you would really like NOLA for sure.
We're going Memorial Day weekend.
That's dangerous.
And it's a bachelorette party.
Extra dangerous.
So can we go to Full Gear? It's Sting and Darby versus Jared and Jay Lee.
I wanted to go to I want to go to Full Gear so bad, but I realistically know I'm like, I don't have the energy to go.
Okay, I was about to say, because I did find sweet tickets for $100 a pop.
Yeah, I can't do that.
What was this for?
Gear.
Full Gear.
Where is it? Newark?
Rock Prudential Center.
Yeah. It's so close. It's just like what's frustrating me. It's literally an hour away from me.
Shit, Ricky, I might do that. What is it? This Saturday?
Next Saturday. Is the, UFC.
This Saturday I'm not. This Saturday I'm not around. Next Saturday I
This
am.
Saturday is the UFC match. Adesanya's fighting an MSG. Yeah.
Really? Who's he fighting?
Somebody who's only like kickboxed years ago and that beat him twice, but never in UFC.
I mean, Izzy is just another. He's at a whole other level.
It's what's UFC's thingamabobber? It's 2-1.
It's 2-1, I think.
Versus Pereira.
I'm gonna leave
I know who
because
that
American
is.
Horror Story is gonna come on, so I need to make something to eat really
You're
quick.
not gonna get nuggets
Fine.
or
Okay.
anything?
No, I mean Dylan offered to go pick me up food, but I don't know what I want.
Oh, one of those.
I'm past the point of knowing what to eat.
You're in starvation
so I'm like, I
mode.
should
I
just
get
make
it.
a. So I'm just gonna make a grilled cheese for now, and then see if I calm down.
All right. Good luck to you, Kay.
Love you both. Bye, internet.
Okay.
God, I need to stop making. I always forget grilled cheese is an option. I guess gotta buy cheese and bread and
Grilled
butter.
cheese. You always keep that in the house. Always keep grilled cheese stuff in the house. You can always have a grilled cheese. And
Yeah.
I've been doing garlic bread grilled cheese.
Wow.
Oh God damn it, Kay! You're so smart.
Literally. So I will melt butter with like garlic, like Italian seasoning,
Wow.
like parsley, like pep, and so you spread. You like butter the bread with that, and then I've been doing mozzarella and if I have prosciutto in the house, and I make a grilled cheese, it fucking slaps.
Wow.
Actually, you know what? Now I'm gonna go eat that edible.
Go.
Eat that edible,
Being
take
high-
a shower, and hop in bed.
Being high is what
If you're gonna
inspired me
watch
to make that
Andor
sandwich,
after
and after
this,
I do want to start watching
it
Andor.
got
Me
tons
too.
better after the.
Wait, is the series
No,
done? Is it over? Or are they still new episodes?
Well, this is episode 10, and then I think there's 2 more after that.
Really?
It's a 12 episode
That's
season.
like
I'll catch up.
rare for
Yeah.
them.
All right, leaving for real. Love
Bye,
y'all.
Kay.
Bye.
Later, Kay.
Yay, okay. Oh, wrong one. Yay, now I can put up
Yeah,
Kay's milk carton thing. Hold on.
I'm trying to decide if I want to watch Andor or House of the Dragon first. I did finish Rings of
What do you
Power.
think of that ending? Or the season ending, I would say that.
There were some things I was not happy about.
Do I not have Kay's milk carton on here? God damn it. Ah, okay.
Here's the thing. If I didn't know anything about the actual history and lore, I would have been very satisfied. But seeing as I know a lot about the actual history and lore, some things were just really aggravating. Like, for example, that's not how Gandalf comes into Middle-earth.
I forget. I mean, I know
not.
because he doesn't come like an age later or something like that.
He comes in age 3 and not from the sky. Like the five wizards, well, 3 of the wizards come all at once. Actually, Saruman comes first, and then the rest come in. But it's like they're doing third age stuff in the second age. Like, you know how the Balrog woke up? That's third age. So I don't know why they're doing third age stuff in the second age. This doesn't make any sense.
The Sauron pick, and I was like, son of a bitch. That whole scene between him and
Galadriel, yeah, that was really cool. Because the Sauron actually did convince the elves to make the rings. So that's actually canon. Because he convinced them to make the rings as well as all the other rings as a gift to the elves, which is why it says it's considered a gift.
Gotcha.
Which was the line. And then he made the one ring to corrupt all the other rings, which was his plan. But his name was Anatar the Wise, not Halberd or whatever.
Yeah.
Halberd. But yeah, I actually really liked that. His reveal of Sauron, which was the theory from like episode 2. So wasn't a huge shock, but I thought that was actually very well done.
Yeah, especially when they were on the when they flipped the water. Like they looked at their reflection in the water and he flipped.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really cool.
Nuts. Second season, but the second season is probably going to be fucking bonkers.
That's a good question.
Because it's a multi-season show.
It's 5 seasons. Yeah.
They signed for 5?
They signed for 5.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking money that they're going to invest in that fucking show.
I mean, overall, I mean, I have a lot of issues with the show. Mainly, it's just things just don't make sense
Have you started
canonically.
watching in 4K yet?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
it's much better. Actually, the TV in my room is 4K. Just the one in my living room is bigger.
So it makes it look better.
Yeah, it makes it look better. But overall, I think the show is very enjoyable. There's a lot of the characters I really like Arondir, the Black Elf.
Yeah.
He's great. I actually like the Harfoots. I think they're cheery and fun and whimsical, and they actually don't bother me.
They bothered you at the beginning.
A little bit, but they did grow on me because they're hobbits, dude. They feel like precursors to hobbits.
Going to the Shire, essentially, is where they're going. I think that's where they're gonna stay.
No, they're going the wrong way though.
Like on the map.
Like they have on their map they have their loop because right now they're in Mirkwood. Okay. But which is actually where the hobbits actually started. And they migrated the other way, so they could end up at the Shire, but they're going the wrong way on the map. And then Gandalf and the hobbits are going to Arun, which is east of Mordor, which is northeast of Mordor. I don't know what the fuck they're doing out there. There's not much canon out there, so that's gonna be interesting because it's gonna be brand new. But I think the show would have been better if Galadriel was an original character and not Galadriel. It's tough with shows like this. I'm saying if she was an original character and not Galadriel. So the character of Galadriel was an original character instead of Galadriel.
Oh, okay.
I think would have been better because it's tough to write these characters when they already have a defined backstory that you're straying off from so far. Whereas you could still have them in there, but I think if Galadriel was a cameo or if she was a side character or a secondary character, it would carry more weight. She
dominates a lot of the episodes.
And she's not that great of a character. She's not written that well, for the most part.
Yeah.
The last 2 episodes, she really was. But in the beginning, she was kind of like annoying and
she came off cocky.
Bitchy. Yeah, that too. But Elrond's
perfect.
Elrond's perfect. Him and Durin are phenomenal.
I need more Durin and his wife. His wife's great.
I love his wife. I mean, the relationships between the characters are really nailed down.
Yeah.
Like the evolution between Theo and Arondir, their relationship was really great. Even Galadriel and Halbrand's, like their relationship was pretty great. Elrond and Galadriel, because actually Galadriel is Elrond's mother-in-law, which is really funny.
Yeah, no, it was Elrond and Durin for me. Those guys were great. I love their episodes.
Yeah, everything in Numenor is really interesting because a civil war is coming. So that's really the downfall. Because also Sauron had a big hand in the downfall of Numenor.
Yeah.
And he created the Black Númenóreans, which is just like evil men. So the guy with the funny beard, who was like over the king's dead body, he is I think it's Alfarazon, whatever his name is. He is one faction of Numenor, which is against the elves, and the other faction, which is like Elendil and the Queen Regent, is a faction that is honoring the Old Alliance, which is pro-elf.
Gotcha. Queen Regent, she lost her eyesight.
Yeah, that
sucks. He was like, "We're this way." He's like, "You can't see, can you?"
No, he's like, when we leave when he's like, when's it stop being so gray? Like,
what?
Well, do we have news for you?
Oh man. Put bacon in. I was like, why did you say put bacon in there? But it's like bacon for your grilled cheese. So that's where Fretz left off.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, Fretz. Now we're talking.
Should do a cooking show. I love Carmelo Hayes. I was gonna pop out, but saw Bobby and said, "Never mind. Next time, y'all." I love Carmelo Hayes.
15 save. I also got really into Kingdom Hearts again. I've been playing a lot of Kingdom Hearts. Yeah. I just got in a mood.
Yeah, I I'm cycling back between my sports and what is it? Fucking Modern Warfare. I also started playing Avengers again.
I saw you playing
I
Madden. I was like, oh, so you're the one who still plays Madden.
I play Dynasty mode, so I'm always playing a little bit. Like I'll play like a game a week just to progress my season.
Yeah, I'm still playing MLB The Show on Switch, so I
I just
totally
won the
feel
World
you.
Series on MLB The Show. Uh,
I'm in halfway through July, playing every single
but you know
game.
what it was? I convinced Charles because we both have one of PlayStation services. So I convinced Charles to download the Avengers game. So me and him co-opt through the Avengers game for a little bit.
Oh, that's awesome. I would buy the Avengers if I could do that.
Oh, it's great because it's like they just keep adding content. And so like they keep on adding. They'll add the comic book accurate costumes, but then they'll add the costumes from what they were wearing in the movies too. So like I can wear Iron Man 2 suit, which is different from the Iron Man during Endgame, which is different from the Iron Man during Infinity War.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
They
They
give
give
you
you
different
skins.
yeah.
That's really cool.
So, like
I,
you
I,
never notice that Captain America has different outfits every movie.
no, he does. That's true.
They're
Little
tweaks all
tweaks.
the time. Yeah.
I've added in Batman Arkham City into my
I
rotation
almost
too.
bought Gotham Knights, but I heard it was so bad, but I didn't buy it.
Yeah, dude. If you want to buy the original Batman games, you want to buy Arkham Asylum, Arkham Origins, Arkham
I think
Knight,
Arkham Asylum is on.
and
I think
Arkham
Arkham
City.
Asylum is on Game Pass for free.
Arkham Asylum is the first one released. I beat it in 13 hours with a lot of the side stuff. So it's a pretty
Yeah.
quick game, but it's really fun. Arkham Origins is the prequel to that. I beat that in 22 hours. I am currently playing Arkham City, which is the sequel to Asylum, like a direct
Yeah.
sequel. I am not even. I'm probably halfway through. I put 12 hours into it. And then Arkham Knight's the last one, which I'm gonna play next. The Batman games are so much fun.
I heard they're freaking nuts. Speaking of video games, what happened? Ooh, excuse me. EA and Marvel just developed a partnership too.
I did see that. It's like EA has the rights to make Marvel
It's gonna
games.
make at
It's
least
like,
three, I think. And the first,
why would you give EA the rights
it was
to
based on the
that?
success of a Star Wars, like Fallen Order, which is a fucking amazing game.
Yeah, if you'll do like
is
Fallen
fucking
Order.
dope. And so the first one they're going to do an Iron Man game. I forgot. I was reading up on it because I talking to Charles about it. EA and Marvel. It's a multi-title deal. They announced it on Halloween apparently. So they're going to be like origin stories, original stories set in the Marvel Universe, with the first time development being a single-player, third-person Iron Man game. So that's the first one.
Also, Battlefront 2 was a lot of
Battlefront
fun.
2 is so much better than the first one.
Yeah, the storyline was really fun. Where you play as the evil chick, and then you turn good and fight with Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, Battlefront 2 was really, really good. I also like the Battle.
And the online was
the
fun.
Battlefront because the online, you're literally just in an open Star Wars world trying to kill each other.
Well, the first Battlefront was bad because there was no story, and it was still $60. Like if that game was $30-$40, would have been much more worth it. Because the online was still fun, but it's like you sold me half a game for full price.
Yeah.
And there was like 5 game modes and like 6 characters. It was like half a game.
Battlefront 2 was
my
fun.
only issue with it.
I have to play Squadrons. I heard Squadrons was really good. What else is coming? Speaking of Star Wars, have you seen Tales of a Jedi or watched any of the Tales of a Jedi on Disney Plus?
No, I've heard good
They're really
things
good.
though.
One of them's essentially an Ahsoka origin story.
I did hear
That was
that.
actually really good. Essentially, it's there's 6 episodes. They're like 20 to 40 minutes each. One of them deals with Ahsoka's backstory, and another one deals with Dooku. when Dooku was actually part of a Jedi Order.
Yeah, I really want to watch Dooku's
The Dooku
because
ones are really good.
his actual like backstory is super interesting because it's complicated.
That's how we portray it too. It's still a complicated situation that he's in. Um, so, but I would say skip the Ahsoka ones because you don't understand how dope it is because you're not there yet. Like she's still
Yeah, like, I want to finish
she
Clone
still
Wars before I
hasn't
watch it.
peaked.
That's why I got back into
Yeah.
Clone Wars because it's like fuck. I want to watch this new content, but I got to watch this old
She
content
still hasn't
first.
gotten to
Kind of a
her
mindset.
greatest storyline yet because you finished season 3, right?
Yeah, I know season 4 or 5 is when she leaves the
It's
Jedi
like
Order.
4, 5, and 6 is when things get absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, things get
Yeah.
fucking crazy because Maul was hinted at being back. He hasn't come back yet.
Just wait.
And I didn't realize Maul is also in Rebels. So I'm really looking forward to
Rebels
Rebels
is
too.
a lot shorter. Rebels is really cool. Wait.
And then there's Bad
Bad
Batch.
Batch, yeah.
Like there's just so much Star Wars to watch.
You just gotta get once you get through Clone Wars. There's a couple of Clone War episodes you can kind of like just like throw to the side and be like, whatever, you know. But Rebels is good because Rebels is a continuation of it's like post Clone War. So it's good.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of Easter eggs in there as well. Because all that's canon, so all of those are actual people, and they end up kind of showing up in these random throwbacks and stuff like that. But oh man, you're gonna get some great stuff in Clone Wars. And Darth Maul, amazing, amazing. He is 20 times better than what he showed in the movies.
Yeah, because he doesn't talk in the movies. He has like 4 lines.
Yeah.
Actually, fun fact: the scene where him and Palpatine are walking along, like Coruscant, and he's like, "Finally, we can reveal ourselves to the Jedi." Holy shit! WWE is a 40 gigabyte update. That's fucking crazy. That's the first day of principal photography. The first day of shooting for the first movie.
Wow. That's crazy. I'm looking up IMDb.
How does 2K22 have a 40 gigabyte
The hell are they
update?
updating?
What did they put in this fucking game? I don't even have it installed. Why is it updating if it's not installed?
That's weird. Okay, I'm looking at the. I'm looking at the synopsis from the Clone Wars and all these episodes. Middle of the season, it gets fucking amazing. Oh, it's when you meet the Bad Batch. I think it's when you meet the Bad Batch.
Alright, let me install this update and see. Guess I'm installing WWE2K.
I guess so.
That's what's happening.
I think
Steam is like, hey, update this asshole. Install the game, piece of shit.
Have you met Hondo?
Yes, I believe
Hondo's
so.
like their friend, but he's kind of a dick. He's like, I'm the great Hondo. And like they always use him for help, but then he like always kind of screws him over.
No, maybe not.
You'd remember
Tarkin.
Hondo.
Tarkin was just he was on
Grand Moff
screen.
Tarkin?
Tarkin for the first time. Yeah, he was. It was when they're trying to rescue that Jedi Knight, not Jedi Knight, the Jedi Master, because he had like information on something. And Tarkin was just there. He was a captain. Nice little Easter egg.
Season
cool.
4 is great. Season 5 is wild. Season 5 I think might be their best season.
It's 7 seasons overall?
So it was 6.
It's 6.
And then when Disney Plus came out, they commissioned one last one. That's when it ended. Yeah.
Yeah. They just wrapped it up. That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, season 5 is great. Season 6, you learn a lot about Yoda.
Great. Love Yoda.
And then season 7 is just all out ridiculousness. Oh, season 7 is when you meet the Bad Batch. That's when they're the first episode. So the Bad Batch does not come until the last season. And then, honestly, God, these are literally their season 7 is 12 episodes. Literally,
And they're all perfect.
the last 4 on IMDb there's no lower rating than a 9.7. Yeah. Yeah, it really ends on a hell of a run. So it is great. Anyway, speaking of which, it's 10 o'clock. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch Star Wars.
See if you can put some damage into season 4.
Yep, that's the plan. I don't got anything else I need to watch, really.
No, everything's pretty much done for a while. I get to go prepare more for Black Panther. I'm seeing that on Friday afternoon.
Oh, let me know how that is. I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah, I heard.
Which duh. Black Panther's fucking excellent. I'll put the show. I should probably do that first.
Ryan Coogler's a fucking beast. Did you hear? I actually came out. He said he almost quit directing after Chadwick died.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand that. He's like, I'm not getting all that hate for making this fucking movie.
Yeah, I've heard from there's literally no one that I've seen that has anything bad to say about this. They keep on saying the movie's unbelievable, and they keep on talking about Angela Bassett.
Jesus Christ! This one recording, all these files were. So this one episode, dude, was 5 gigabytes of WAV files. Actually, 6 gigabytes. Yeah, 6 gigabytes of WAV files. So 200 gigabytes must have been saved for months. That's crazy.
Yeah,
fucking
right
idiot.
into MP3. Jesus Christ.
I don't know why it records in WAV, but whatever.
Who knows?
Yeah, so the actual 315 episodes, it's only 40 gigabytes, not even 37.
That's because we were all in MP3.
Yeah, it's all MP3.
That makes sense.
So, all right, it's uploading now. It'll be finished in about 2
sounds
minutes.
good. Until next week.
All right, dude. Till next week. Remind me to get beer.
Yeah, I'll send you like a Monday night reminder or some shit.
Perfect. All right, dude. I'll talk to you later.
Midnight music.